Meteorologist Ray Stajic. Following sports, that'll be at 6:08. 77 in Neosho, 81 in Pittsburgh, 83 in Galena, 83 in Joplin, FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, News Talk, KZRG. Misdemeanor for Matt Miller.
Well, the now former ESPN NFL draft analyst from Webb City's been charged after that June crash left him severely injured, even forcing him to have his left arm amputated to save his life. The Highway Patrol says Miller's SUV crossed the center line of Highway 96 and collided with an oncoming semi. All the while, Miller still under investigation by Missouri's top prosecutor for alleged mishandling of fantasy football and charity league funds. I'm Cy Albright for News Talk KZRG.
Expanding the Joplin trolley service. Transportation coordinator Gina Thompson told the council they need it.
So we believe that these 5 routes, they are good for Joplin. They will increase our current system from 60 plus to over 120 plus. It is about the people that we serve.
She says ridership has topped 70,000 since the trolley relaunched in February of 2025.
Scam alert. The targets are Republican Party activists in Kansas. The scammers pose as GOP officials and ask that activists purchase gift cards on behalf of the party. Republican Party officials in the Sunflower State remind anyone contacted to not purchase a card or any other item without checking it out first. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. 83 at 604, News Talk, KZRG.
2 men are behind bars after a Newton County stabbing that left a man seriously injured. Deputies say the victim was found with multiple stab wounds July 18th on Hotel Springs Road and was rushed to a Springfield hospital. Kevin Barton and Braden Barton were later charged with first-degree assault, first-degree robbery, and armed criminal action. Both were arrested Monday in Wyandotte, Oklahoma by a multiple agency task force.
There are definitely things that are heating up with temperatures reaching at or near 100. Michelle Logan of Best Friends Pets in Bentonville says some of the problems that affect people affect pets as well.
Pets can also get sunburn too, especially those that have a light-colored fur or areas of exposed skin. So using a pet-safe sunscreen would be helpful for that. Obviously, never leaving pets in parked cars. Even in 70-degree weather, the temperature inside a parked car can raise to 89 degrees in just 10 minutes, and reach 104 degrees in 30 minutes.
The Cardinals were winners last night, according to Joe Morgan.
The St. Louis Cardinals pitching staff delivered a masterpiece last night. Andre Plante threw 6 shutout innings of 4-hit ball, while Everson Pereira provided the offense with a big home run to lift the Redbirds over the Philadelphia Phillies 2-0.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. A swing, and there's a fly ball. That's hit well to center field. Back to the track, the wall. It's a goner!
The Redbirds look to lock up Game 3 of the series today at 1:15 with the heat out there. Remember to stay hydrated, Cardinals fans. Meanwhile, out west, we got extra baseball in Los Angeles. Max Muncy came through in the clutch, singling home Ohtani in the bottom of the 10th to lift the Dodgers over the Kansas City Royals 5-4. Those 2 teams run it back tonight at Dodger Stadium with first pitch set for 9:10 tonight. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. That's a look at sports. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, a service of Galena and Liberty Pawn. Need to turn your gold and silver into cash? Get top dollar directly from the refiner and buy gold and silver bullion at Galena Liberty Pawn, South Main Street in Galena. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Joe Morgan.
Next news at 6:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Right now, the extreme heat warning is extended through Friday evening. Not a bunch of change as the dangerous heat continues. Many of us have an overnight lows near 80 degrees, daytime highs in the low 100s at least through Friday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic at the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is a service of Buffalo Run Casino. Proud to welcome Ned Ledoux to the stage Saturday, August 22nd. Tickets for this all-ages event are on sale now at BuffaloRun.com. Let the good times run at Buffalo Run Casino.
No rain showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar, nor are we expecting any for a few days. It's now 77 in Neosho, 81 in Pittsburgh, 83 in Baxter Springs, 83 in Joplin. News Talk, KZRG, with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 6:07.
Goldilocks needed a dumpster. The first one she rented was too small.
My garage stuff won't fit.
The second dumpster was too big.
I don't own that much junk.
Then she found the yellow box from Big John's roll-off service.
This dumpster is just right.
Big John's.
Hey, I'm the Big John from Big John's Roll-Off Service.
And I'm the wife, Claire.
And our yellow box special gives you 15 to 20 yards of space and is the same footprint as a smaller box, but taller, so you can fit more.
It's perfect for garage cleanouts, home projects and remodels, moving, downsizing, or finally tackling that backyard pile you've been ignoring.
For just $400, you get 7 days of rental and the first 2,000 pounds of debris.
But we've only got 3 yellow boxes, so once they're booked, they're booked.
Reserve yours today at BigJohnsRolloff.com.
When you've got big waste, you need Big John's.
Big on service, big on savings. Big John's.
Julie from Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store talks about how they can help you with your garden this summer.
I'm always curious to see how's your garden growing. Common problem you might be starting to see right now is blossom end rot on your tomatoes. If you're seeing the end of your tomatoes get a little rotten spot, that is due to a calcium deficiency, and it can be corrected by adding calcium nitrate to your soil, or there's other ways to correct it. Just come on in and talk to me and I'll help you with that. There are certain flowers that are susceptible to pH rising or falling, so I have remedies for that, and that shows up a lot of times as nutrient deficiencies, yellow leaves. I can help you figure out what's going on and keep that garden producing through the hot summer months. Kind of helps you protect your investment. I mean, you put your heart and soul and your dollars into those gardens, so I want to see you be successful at that and come back year after year.
Find everything you need for your lawn and garden at Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store, just east of Pittsburgh on Highway 126.
Life moves fast, and it's easy to feel spiritually drained. That's why InTouch.org is here to help you stay grounded in God's Word every day. At InTouch.org, you'll find biblical teaching from Dr. Charles Stanley, daily devotionals, free resources, and messages that speak directly to what you're facing. Whether you need encouragement, clarity, or a moment to reconnect with God, it's all right at your fingertips. Discover a place to grow your faith and find real hope at InTouch.org.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-809-7171. That's 800-809-7171.
Radio infotainment live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. You're listening to News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
The current KZRG news time is 6:10. It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News time KZRG. 82 in Joplin, 81 in Pittsburgh, 81 in Miami, 77 in the Neosho area. Boy, is it going to be a hot one.
Oh, it's going to be hot for several days. In fact, as kind of suspected by KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic and myself, the extreme heat warning was extended.
Steve had to throw the "and myself" on there.
Yeah, I was one of the ones that thought it might be extended. And I have a feeling it's going to be extended again. Right now, it's through Friday night at 8 o'clock, but that's not when the hot weather is going to be ending. Today, 102 for the high with sunshine and hot. Sunshine and hot, 102 tomorrow. Both days, the heat index could be close to around the 110 level, between 108 and 110. Friday, sunny and hot with the actual high 103. Now, it's getting even better on Saturday. Well, Saturday's still 103, and then Sunday's when it gets even better. Actual temperature 104 with sunshine and hot on Sunday. That's the reason why I think it might get extended again. But the big cool down is coming on Monday. Mostly sunny and hot with a high of only 99. Same for Tuesday. Now, we're going to be talking to KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic at 7:25.
Yes, indeed. And with this extreme heat, if you have a honey-do list, if you got a bunch of stuff that you're supposed to be working on around the house this weekend, you can officially tell the individual that gave you that honey-do list, sorry, doctor's orders, I have to stay indoors in the air conditioning. I have to watch sports. I must play video games, because if I go out in this extreme heat, it's a legitimate hazard. It's a real health risk, a safety risk, if you will. And so, as much as I want to mow the lawn to prepare for your mother to come into town, as much as I want to do that, gotta watch movies, gotta watch Seinfeld reruns indoors instead. Sorry.
You know, there's a TV show, it's called Forensic Files. It's basically learn how to kill somebody without getting caught, or try not to get caught. It's on one of those weird channels that they have on cable and satellite. But anyway,
TBS, yeah, one of those weird channels.
Yeah, one of those weird channels. But anyway, I could see one now with, hey, honey, would you do this honey-do list outside? It's one of those hot days, but please go on out. That'd be one way of trying to get somebody killed.
Yeah, there you go. KZRG News Time just before 6:15. By the way, with this extreme heat, there are a handful of cooling centers that are available around Southwest Missouri that, should you need to access them, you can. You can go to newstalkkzrg.com, click on our cooling center story, get all the details there. All right, we have some international news for you this morning. It seems like, generally speaking, over the past 6 months, whenever we have international news, it is all surrounded around Iran and our not war with them. But we're going to be taking a trip down memory lane, as they say.
You mean day one hasn't hit yet?
Day one is not hit. When Donald Trump ran for president in 2024, he promised the American people he would end the war in Ukraine on day one. Here we are 2 years in. The war is still going. So
still haven't hit day one yet.
No, day one of 2027, perhaps. According to reports, Russian President Vladimir Putin's $1.5 billion Black Sea compound, he has a palace, if you will, near the Black Sea. Apparently, it's left completely unprotected as a result of Ukrainian strikes. The Ukrainians have been repeatedly attacking this palace, if you will, and finally they got through. They were just chipping away at it.
All right.
Yeah. Now this
good job, Ukrainians.
Yeah. Get them. Now this compound, apparently it suffered attacks against its electronic jamming systems. So the Ukrainians attacked their electronic jamming systems, which aid its anti-air defense launchers. And now that there is no electronic jamming, and now that there's no anti-aircraft defense launchers at all, it is ripe for the picking from drones. And that was the big deal, is drones couldn't get near it because it had this jamming field. I don't know the science behind how that works. I thought that was science fiction. I thought that was something out of video games, but I guess it's real.
Oh, no. We've had it for a long time in the United States as well.
Like a big ball of energy that shuts drones down?
Apparently. It's like jammers for radar jammers and signal jammers. They even have jammers to block cell phone use.
Yeah, they do. And I'll tell you what, too, they have jammers in England. Those are people that professionally jam people's bread. It's a full-time profession there.
And go to the grocery store, sitting right beside peanut butter, jammers.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And jellies.
Mm-hmm. KZRG News Time 6:15. So I guess they finally shot down or destroyed their jamming capabilities, which allows for drones to get through. And I guess they also were able to shoot down or destroy in some capacity their anti-aircraft launchers at this compound, which not only allows drones to get through, but drastically reduces the likelihood of those drones getting shot down once they do get through. Now, this for the first major strike within this operation was conducted, or at least was, I guess from our understanding here in America, it took place on last Friday, August 7th. And once they were able to destroy all that, they didn't let people know that it was a successful mission until Monday. So I guess they had to go over the weekend and see what was going on. So, yeah. Now, this isn't in my opinion, from my understanding, this Black Sea palace that Putin has that's worth $1.5 billion. I don't know how much military value it has. It was jamming Starlink satellite communications, which would block the Ukrainian
the Ukrainian aircraft from getting through.
Yeah, but it
drones.
blocks it in a 7 square mile block, and this palace is like 1,000 miles away from Moscow.
Right, but
so it's not even close to where the battle zone is.
But it could also prevent people from being able to access the internet by Starlink when they're not supposed to.
Within 7 miles of the compound.
Okay.
Which, again, the battlefield is 1,000 miles away. So to me, this was more like a flex. This was more like in those mobster movies where, like, one of the guys is hospitalized and then he wakes up and there's an assassin in his hospital room and he's like, "I'm not going to kill you. I just want you to know that I could if I wanted to," and then he leaves. To me, it's more like one of those things.
Flex.
Yes, hence a flex, right? Because again, this is not where the battle zone is. So I just don't understand what the point was. Again, other than, haha, look what we were able to do. Sucks to be you, Putin.
Well,
and by the way, this is a compound that Putin reportedly has only officially visited like 3 times since it was first built.
He just wanted to spend the money.
I mean, it's basically like
He was flexing.
He was flexing. He built it as a casino, reportedly as like a strip club in there. I'm sure there's a bowling alley in there. It's just a giant, I am the leader of Russia with trillions of dollars at my disposal, and I built a mega compound to go vacationing at. This is basically his summer home that they attacked, which, again, nowhere near the battle zone. So don't know what the goal was other than, that's cool. I guess we got it.
It's now a part of the battle zone from Ukraine, though.
I guess that's fair. They brought the battle zone to the front doorstep of
That's
this
right.
place.
But they're kind of returning the favor from Russia going into Ukraine. They're moving the battlefield over into Russia.
Well, the battle zone's been in Russia. I mean, the Ukrainians have been pretty
Farther
successful with getting long-range drones into Russia's capital. That's pretty good.
I know, but is this closer or is it farther away than Moscow?
It's farther.
Okay, so they're flexing their muscles.
By getting it further from the battlefield?
Yeah. And making another battlefield farther in.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Psychological warfare with the people of Russia.
Oh no! My leader's summer home was attacked. I give up.
No.
I give up. Please, not the summer home. Anything but the strip club and the summer home. Please.
If they can reach that, they can reach anywhere.
Yeah, maybe. All right. Anyway, moving on from there. A woman from Pierce City. She is accused of leading officers on a pursuit with 3 children and meth in her car.
Oh, man. Those 3 kids in the car, they're in trouble. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's the meth that's causing the trouble now.
No, the meth is in trouble. We're arresting meth.
Oh, okay.
We're going to be giving you more details on that story coming up at 6:40 in less than 20 minutes on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, it's News Talk KZRG. KZRG News Time 620.
And now, KZRG's Big 3 on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
When extreme temperatures hit, it's not just humans who mind. Our fuzzy buddies have a hard time as well. Some of the biggest pet-related hazards in this heat are their feet burning and not having access to cool water, leaving a furry friend in a parked car. Plus, also, they wear their coats 24/7. Go to KZRG's website for life-saving pet care advice.
Number 2.
Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe went on an international trade mission to Panama to discuss workforce opportunities for Missourians in agriculture. Details on the trip inside the KZRG app.
Number 1.
President Trump allegedly took a fake-out flight out of Turkey earlier this year amid threats from Iran. He allegedly got on Air Force One, was smuggled out via a catering truck, which that makes it where we can't use that one again, then flew home in a military jet. When asked about it, President said, "When it comes to my security, I just do what the Secret Service tells me."
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
What does it mean to be a hero to you? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page, News Time KZRG on Facebook. What does it mean to be a hero? Coming up, what's going on with your money? On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Time KZRG.
Here's your KZRG forecast. The problem is there's not a bunch of change. Now, sometimes that's a good thing, but in this case, it's not. Extreme heat warning now through Friday evening and might even be extended. Low 100s today, feels about 105 to 110 when you factor in the humidity. A southwest breeze not helping. Lows will be in the low 80s tonight, maybe some record high low temperatures. Thursday, Friday, sunny and hot.
Good morning, everybody. Hey,
Good
Sarisa,
morning.
what's going on?
Hello, Sarisa.
fires on the grill, kids running through sprinklers, fire pit glowing, until the mosquitoes arrived. Suddenly, everyone's swatting. The dogs won't stop scratching. The cookout moved inside. Fire pit abandoned. It was the summer that should have been. Until one family fought back and called Bug Away Pest Control. Hey, it's Doug and Maureen from Bug Away Pest Control. Don't let backyard pests cancel your summer plans. Let Bug Away Pest Control use powerful, pet-friendly treatment to treat your yard and stop those pests from returning. We are the only place you can get Doug and Rory's pest-free guarantee. Swim, barbecue, and enjoy your backyard this summer without the fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes. Remember, if you don't see our logo, it's a no-go. Learn how we can help with your pest problems at bugawaypc.com. We do exactly what we say. We keep the bugs away. Customer satisfaction is our number one goal at Bug Away Pest Control.
I started with Team Dental because I loved the team dynamic. That was what really drew me to come and interview with Dr. Lemus. During the interview process, I'll never forget, he told me our core values: work hard, trust God, be sincere, and help others. And I just fell in love with that. I think it covers a wide variety of, different things that we do for the community. So it's a great team dynamic. I get patients with high anxiety, and that's one of my favorite things when they come in and they are terrified to come and see us, because nobody likes to come to the dentist. Let's just be real. But when they complete their treatment,
Hey, Rick, what's going on? Morning, Rick. Morning, Teresa.
Because they feel comfortable. That's amazing. And we see it a lot.
I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental of Joplin, where we specialize in dentistry that fits your schedule.
Team Dental of Joplin, the neighborhood practice for your whole family.
Zimmer Marketing is proud to partner with local businesses and encourage you to shop local first.
This is Daniel from Allied Restaurant Supply, and we'd like to say thank you. Our family has been honored to be a part of such a great community for the past 38 years, and we look forward to helping you cook with the equipment that professionals use for many more to come. Stop by and see us at 1316 South Main in Joplin.
Local businesses are the backbone of our communities. Zimmer Marketing encourages you to shop local first.
What do you call it when you win something 7 years in a row? Winning 2 in a row is back-to-back. 3 in a row is a three-peat. But we've won Best Window Installers and the Best of the Four States awards for 7 years straight now. I'm going to say thankful. Hey, it's Chris. And Zach. We want to thank everyone who voted us Best Window Installers in the 4 states for the 7th year straight. If you're trying to save money on your energy bills, or your windows are old, busted, or even painted shut, we can help. At Windows & More, we're ready to bring you new, modern, American-made, energy-efficient windows with a 7-year labor warranty. And you can get them installed by the best window company in the 4 states. We've installed over 15,000 windows across the area and helped thousands of people save big on their energy bills. Come see how we can help you save at our showroom at 976 North Central City Road in Joplin, or find us online at windowsandmore.llc. Never settle for less. The choice is clearly Windows and More.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. CoreWeave shares jumped 14% after the AI infrastructure provider reported results that topped Wall Street expectations. Revenue climbed 112% during the quarter from a year earlier. Net loss of $626 million increased from $290 million, or 60 cents per share, from a year ago. OpenAI's Brad Lightcap said on X that he's leaving the company after 8 years. Lightcap had served as operating chief until April, when he was given a new role focused on, quote, special projects. The company said at the time that Denise Dresser, the chief revenue officer, would take over most of Lightcap's responsibilities. Taiwan's Foxconn, the world's largest contract electronics maker, has reported a 35% rise in second quarter profit, beating analyst forecasts on continued strong demand for AI. Net profit for the April to June period for NVIDIA's biggest server maker was nearly $1.9 billion, which did beat analyst estimates. Futures are slightly higher this morning. That's Your Money Now.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season. I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text SPARK to 215215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text SPARK to 215215. That's SPARK to 215215. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hey, join me, Sean Hannity, every weekday, 2 to 5. It's all happening right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just before 6:30, it's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. The operative term for this entire week is heat. It is hot.
Yes, it sure is. That extreme heat warning has been extended till at least Friday night at 8. I suspect it's going to be extended even longer than that. The reason why, well, today the high is going to be 102. Tomorrow 102 is sunshine and hot. And the heat index is near 110 on both days. Friday, actual temperature goes up to 103. It stays at 103 on Saturday. Sunday goes up to 104 for the actual temperature. That's the reason why I suspect that the heat advisory or the extreme heat warning will continue past Friday night at 8 o'clock. We're going to be talking to KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic at 7:25. We're going to get all the deets on the latest weather.
Coming up in the newscast and after the news, a lot of local crime. We had a lot of it yesterday. We got a lot more to report on it today. On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, it's News Talk KZRG.
At 6:29, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG.
Baby rescued in Colombian earthquake.
Trump changed planes on purpose.
South Carolina Senate race to runoff.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG, extreme heat warning in effect until at least 8 o'clock on Friday night. Heading for a high of 102. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. Following sports, that'll be at 6:38. 77 in Neosho, 81 in Pittsburgh, 82 in Diamond, 82 in Joplin, FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG.
A complicated rescue effort continues after Colombia's earthquake. At least 181 people have died.
A moment of joy amid Colombia's tragedy. This, the moment a baby is pulled to safety through a crack in a concrete wall. The first 72 hours are crucial when it comes to finding survivors. President Abelardo de la Espriella says almost 200 people are still missing, but civilian-run databases put that number nearer 4,000. Response to the devastation has been made harder by poverty and civil warfare. Aid is coming in from overseas. The United States has offered more than $15 million worth. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
President Trump claims that the U.S. has total control over the Strait of Hormuz, as new details have emerged over the reported Iranian threat on the president's life while he was at the NATO summit in Turkey. With the story, Trey Yinks.
The Wall Street Journal is reporting that it was Israeli intelligence that tipped off the administration about this specific danger. The report explains the sourcing on this information, saying the U.S. official said Israel briefed the Trump administration on the intelligence, which included a threat to use shoulder-to-air missiles to target Air Force One. Now, ultimately, the president was moved from Air Force One to another plane using a catering truck, according to initial reports. The story comes as indirect negotiations continue with Iran aimed at opening the Strait of Hormuz.
The South Carolina race to fill the late Senator Lindsey Graham's seat is advancing to a runoff election.
Darlene Graham, who took over her brother's seat for the remainder of his term after his death in July, advances to a runoff against Congressman Ralph Norman. They were the top two vote-getters Tuesday night. Graham, who's been endorsed by President Trump, says there are big differences between herself and Norman.
There's a big distinction between myself and Ralph Norman. I'm a conservative. I have conservative values. I'm willing to work hard for the people. I'm willing to earn their votes. And, we'll see other differences as the weeks go on.
Senator Graham and Congressman Norman will spend the coming weeks campaigning to prove who is the better candidate for South Carolina and will face off again on August 25th for their runoff election. The winner of the runoff will then face Democrat nominee Annie Andrews in November. Ted Lindner, Fox News.
82 going on 633. News Talk, KZRG.
2 men now under arrest in connection with a Newton County stabbing case.
It all started on July 18th of this year when deputies were sent to 19325 Hoddle Springs Road after an adult male suffered serious multiple stab wounds. Fast forward to August 10th. 2 men from Wyandotte, Oklahoma are placed under arrest. Kevin Lee Barton and Braden Barton are charged now in Newton County with first-degree assault, first-degree robbery, and armed criminal action in that case. They're being held without bond in the Ottawa County Jail. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Temperatures are hot and getting hotter. That's true for people and pets as well. Michelle Logan of Best Friends Pets in Bentonville told News Talk KZRG.
If you are taking your dog out to enjoy some water, whether that be a lake or a pool, those that are new to the water, we would recommend putting a life vest and, prevent them from drinking pool water.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sun is on the rise, 82 at 634. News Talk KZRG.
A return to normalcy. Joplin City leaders getting a first look at the next fiscal year's $170 million budget. Finance Director Leslie Haas told the council.
Our budget over the last few years definitely has been propped up because of all of the grants, and it is coming back down to normal levels. So overall, total budget, the revenue is decreasing nearly 8% over the 2026 adopted budget, but grant revenue is down 44%.
She says her biggest concern for the future is whether revenue growth will keep pace with expenditures.
You may have to take your smart glasses off when heading to court.
Smart glasses, including those made by Meta, are also equipped with cameras, and that is a no-go in many courtrooms. New York State in July enacted a prohibition of smart glasses in courts, saying the devices violate state laws about surreptitiously recording people. The city of Philadelphia did it too. In a California court where Mark Zuckerberg himself appeared wearing the glasses, the judge had to make Zuckerberg promise not to record. Federal courts are enacting similar bans, and now courts in both England and Wales have made the same rule that anyone wearing Meta's smart glasses in court would have them confiscated. Eben Brown, Fox News.
Well, the Cardinals have a winner from last night, according to Joe Morgan.
The St. Louis Cardinals pitching staff delivered a masterpiece last night. Andre Plante threw 6 shutout innings, a 4-hit ball, while Everson Pereira provided the offense with a big home run to lift the Redbirds over the Philadelphia Phillies 2-0.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. A swing, and there's a fly ball. That's hit well to center field. Back to the track, the wall. It's a goner!
The Redbirds look to lock up Game 3 of the series today at 1:15 with the heat out there. Remember to stay hydrated, Cardinals fans. Meanwhile, out west, we got extra baseball in Los Angeles. Max Muncy came through in the clutch, singling home Ohtani in the bottom of the 10th to lift the Dodgers over the Kansas City Royals 5-4. Those two teams run it back tonight at Dodger Stadium with first pitch set for 9:10 tonight. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. That's a look at sports. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, the service of Galena Liberty Pawn. Need to turn your gold and silver into cash? Get top dollar directly from the refiner and buy gold and silver bullion at Galena Liberty Pawn, South Main Street in Galena. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 7 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Here's your KZRG forecast. The problem is there's not a bunch of change. Now, sometimes that's a good thing, but in this case, it's not. Extreme heat warning now through Friday evening and might even be extended. Low 100s today, feels about 105 to 110 when you factor in the humidity. A southwest breeze not helping. Lows will be in the low 80s tonight, maybe some record high low temperatures. Thursday, Friday, sunny and hot. Low 100s, heat index close to 110. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic at the KZRG Storm Center.
No rain showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 77 in Neosho, 81 in Pittsburgh, 82 in Webb City, 82 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 6:37.
Hinkle's Ace Hardware, they got what you need there.
For generations, our families have serviced customers. Hinkle's Department Store in downtown Macomb, Illinois, Lee's Grocery in Cape Girardeau, Grand Country Homeworks in Grove, and for the past several decades, Hinkle's Ace Hardware. We've grown up understanding the power of a helping hand with the simple belief, service comes first.
And that commitment to being truly helpful is
Good morning. Hey, Jody. We got the Queen's Wave for Jody. Good morning to you. Bill Areno and Cheese. Good morning, sir. Doc is here. What's going on, Doc? I hope everyone's doing all right today. I hope everyone is doing all right. Okay, I say, hey. Woohoo. I have reached that age in life where I opened up my Instagram this morning, my IG. It's where all the boos hit me up. And someone I went to high school with is having a kid, I guess. So that's cool. Hey, Mary, what's going on?
Morning, Doc.
Hope things
Morning,
are
Mary.
all
Morning.
good in
Morning, Jody.
La Land de la Mary. How was did you get your truck fixed, Sarisa? Or not quite yet?
Absolutely free checking, the account that gives you all the features you need for zero monthly fees from Community Bank and Trust. Get started at one of the local employee-owned CBT locations today or at cbthomebank.com. Community Bank and Trust, where trust is so important. It's in our name. Other fees such as NSF, overdraft, sustained overdraft.
What are y'all up to heat-wise today? You staying indoors? That is my plan. I'm going to, again, I don't want to. I don't want this to be a reality. But I guess I'm going to have to play video games all day.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't want to have to call my brother and our friends and tell them to get online so we can game. I don't want that to be the case. What I want to do is go outside and pick up litter that I see on the street around town. I want to go out and find a baby seal that was in a recent oil spill, preferably one done by BP.
And used on dishwashing liquid to clean him up?
By hand, of course. That's what I want to do. I want to go donate my kidney to the poor. I want to do those things, but it's just so hot. I guess I have to stay inside and play video games and watch Game of Thrones for the rest of the day. Ah, dang it.
Sexton, join me and Clay Travis every weekday from 11 till 2 right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
6:40 is the current KZRG news time. It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310 News Talk KZRG. That heat is not going anywhere.
No, the extreme heat warning is staying in effect till at the earliest Friday night at 8 o'clock. I suspect it's going to go longer than that again. High today, 102, 102 again tomorrow, 103 on Friday and Saturday, 104 on Sunday before we get a cool down to 99 for the high on Monday and Tuesday. The real field temperature is going to be kind of flirting with the 110 level for the next couple of days.
Flirting, huh?
Yeah, it's trying to win it over, you know.
Got something on your mind there?
No.
Let me guess. You were put in the doghouse recently, and so now you're thinking, how can I win Mrs. Steve back over? I know. I'll flirt with her. I'll show up after work today with fresh-cut roses and daisies and say, wow, Mrs. Steve, you look beautiful today. Excuse me while I get lost in your sultry eyes. And then as you're saying it, boom, door gets shut, slammed in your face, you're back in the doghouse.
No, I don't even make it that far. But anyway, we're going to be talking to KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic at 7:25. Find out if we're going to have a break of this dog days of summer that's already seems to be hitting.
Yes, indeed. By the way, you can go to news.kzrg.com, where we have a story up on our website right now about cooling centers in southwest Missouri, in Joplin, Carthage, Neosho, Webb City, list goes on. Check those out. Should you need to access them, you can get them all the info right there. All right, getting into some local crime. A woman from Pierce City, Missouri. Pierce City, it's about 45 minutes to the east of the Joplin metro area. A woman from Pierce City, Missouri, now accused of leading officers on a pursuit with 3 children and meth in the car.
Oh, no, not meth.
And I don't know this for a fact, but I'm willing to bet she was probably more upset about losing the meth than she was the kids. Now, officers say this woman's name is Jamie Earp. Apparently, she nearly slammed into them head on just the other day, Monday night, before ultimately leading them on a pursuit along a local town. So here's the deal with this, is if you are cruising around with meth and children in the car, drive carefully. That's the thing that is so vexing to me about our criminal pool in the 4 states area, just how stupid they are. I don't understand that. My uncle gave me great advice once. He said, I go back home, my family calls me Teddy. He put his hand on my shoulder and he goes, Teddy, if you're going to break the law, break one law at a time. If you're going to be cruising around with meth in the car, don't also go slamming into police cars and then take them on a pursuit.
Are you
one at a time?
Are you letting out a secret right now about your driving?
Yes. If whenever I drive with meth in my car, I make sure that I'm not leading police on pursuit.
Okay, Chief Pearson, heads up.
And that I'm not about to slam into them head on. I break one law at a time.
Have you ever been tasered?
Have I ever been tasered? I have been tasered numerous times, and I'll tell you what. Law enforcement had nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let's just say college was a good time. But moving on from there.
It was electrifying.
Indeed. So, yeah, this is what's going on. Now, when the vehicle ultimately finally stopped, police say that this woman, Jamie Earp, who is innocent until proven guilty, by the way, she then tried to escape on foot. And what did she leave behind in the car?
Oh, no. You're supposed to check the back seat when you get out of the car. You're not. She took the meth and left?
I was going to say, unfortunately, Steve, she left the meth behind. That's what she was most heartbroken about.
But she took the kids along.
The kids were there, too. She didn't even think about that.
Oh, okay.
She goes, my meth, girl! She left the kids behind in the car.
She looks so happy in the mugshot.
Oh, ecstatic. And you can see that mugshot on our website, news.kzrg.com, or on our Facebook page, news.kzrg on Facebook. Yeah, Mother of the Year, everybody. Cruising around with kids in a car with meth, taking them on a joyride that turns into a police pursuit, and then abandoning them in the vehicle to flee from police on foot. Mother of the Year, for sure. No question about it. Now, officers ultimately did arrest her. Like I said, they did find meth and a meth pipe in the car, so...
Well, she couldn't shake him by running from him in the car. How did she think she could escape by running around on foot?
Yeah, meth heads, Steve.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not, I think...
Allegedly meth head.
An alleged meth head. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. An alleged meth head, and meth heads allegedly are not the sharpest tools in this shed.
And hasn't she been listening? I mean, how many times have we been saying in this hot weather, do not leave kids in the car?
Or meth.
Or
It just downright ruins it.
That's right.
Yeah. She's now facing 3 counts of child endangerment, felony driving with revoked license, drug possession, and multiple traffic violations. Boy, I'll say, yeah, she almost slammed into a cop car. It took him on a joyride.
Yeah.
Chase. That's, yeah. All right, so that's what's going on there. You can get details on that story at news.kzrg.com. Moving on from there, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe. He says that his recent trip to Panama could create some new opportunities for Missouri-based farmers. Yeah, look at that. Now, basically, Kehoe, he went to Panama on this international trade mission, and his plan essentially was to take the Panama Canal and push it into Missouri. And then
All
all
right.
the Panamese canal jobs will now be Missourians.
Panamanians.
I like Panamese.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Or should we call them pancakes? All the pancakes jobs will now be Missourians.
Oh, are they using syrup on the pancakes?
We're not Canadians, Steve. Not
Oh.
yet. Although Canadians will become Americans pretty soon once we get that 51st state status
Hey.
going. Oh, yeah. No, I'm just kidding. That was obviously not Mike Kehoe's job. Basically, what he actually did is he led a state delegation to Panama last week where the group met with officials overseeing Panama's agriculture industry, along with commerce that travels through the Panama Canal. And Mike Kehoe and his delegate met with their delegates and said, hey, we got a lot of farmers. We got a lot of farmland. You got a lot of needs. We got a lot of needs.
They got a lot of canal?
You got a lot of canal. We could use some canal. Hey.
All right.
Let's see what we can make happen, huh? Let's rub some shoulders. Let's kiss some babies and shake babies, kiss elbows, whatever the phrase is. I don't know.
Boy, are you off this morning.
Am I? Is that not right?
And I thought I was off.
Steve.
No, you don't shake babies.
You don't shake babies.
Nope.
I thought that's how you get them to stop crying. No?
No.
Oh, no, you get a little
That would get
rag.
you in the news.
You get a little rag, dip it in some whiskey, give them that.
No, and you don't lock them in dog cages.
Don't lock them in dog cage. Don't leave them in the car when you're running from the police on foot after being chased by them for having meth in the car. Yeah, all the above. All right, anyway, now agriculture, like I said, was the main focus for Mike Kehoe's trip to Panama. That's the governor of Missouri, made his trip to Panama. And basically, we'll see what this turns into. Hopefully, this will result in some sort of tangible deal to benefit producers in Missouri. If it helps Panama out too, great. You know, if it helps the pancakes out, that would be awesome. I'm more worried about the Missourians personally, but I like pancakes too. Now, Panama, as it turns out, and I didn't know this, but Panama purchased $17.7 million in Missouri exports just last year. Missouri alone. That's not bad.
That's a large amount.
That's not bad at all. We'll take that. For our farmers, our producers, sure. Any day of the week, no problem with that. Now, the trip, they also celebrated, and this is something that is cool as well. Aside from the business component to Missouri's relationship with the pancakes, we also have had a 30-year partnership between Missouri and Panama, and specifically with our National Guard. Our National Guard helps Panama out.
Yeah, they are participating in what's called Panamax. It's kind of like IMAX.
Very similar.
It's a multinational exercise focused on protecting the canal and improving regional security.
Mm-hmm. And they do it in stunning HD.
Yes, they do.
IMAX film. Gotta
From wall to wall
Mm-hmm.
screen.
So you can get all the details on this trip at newstalkkzrg.com. Again, well, hopefully this results in something in something that's cool. Something that I actually do really think that is very fascinating about the way our country is set up compared to other countries is we have a president, of course, but the fact that our governor can go overseas on a business trade mission on behalf not of America, but specifically our state, specifically our producers, is pretty cool. I mean, that really is the separation of powers at its finest. That is state rights flexing their ability to not just govern themselves domestically, but also internationally. And I don't know any other country that has a system quite like that. I think it's pretty cool.
I 100% agree. And also, I noticed that you're using one word a lot today.
What's that?
Flexing.
And pancakes.
And pancakes.
Yeah. KZRG News Time 650.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
When extreme temperatures hit, it's not just humans who mind. Our fuzzy buddies have a hard time as well. Some of the biggest pet-related hazards in this heat are their feet burning and not having access to cool water and leaving a furry friend in a parked car. Go to KZRG's website for life-saving pet care advice.
Number 2.
As we were just talking about, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe went on an international trade mission to Panama to discuss workforce opportunities for Missourians in agriculture. Details on the trip inside the KZRG app.
Number 1.
President Trump allegedly took a fake-out flight out of Turkey earlier this year amid threats from Iran. He allegedly got on Air Force One, was smuggled out with a catering truck, then flew home in a military jet. When asked about it, the president said, "When it comes to my security, I just do what the Secret Service tells me."
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
What does it mean to be a hero? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page, News Talk KZRG on Facebook. What does it mean to you to be a hero? Coming up, Sean Hannity's Morning Minute. You can tune in to Sean every single weekday, starting at 2 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker. It's News Talk KZRG.
Here's your KZRG forecast. The problem is there's not a bunch of change. Now, sometimes that's a good thing, but in this case, it's not.
Good morning, everybody. Cerise said they had to reschedule me to drop it off this morning. Boy, you are chock full of bad luck. You had to wait even longer? That sucks. Oh, Mary, you're having car problems too? What is going on? I didn't know. Are car problems like the common cold? Cerisa had it. She sneezed on Mary, and now Mary has contracted it. Mary's caught it. Mary's caught a case of a bad case of the car problems from Cerisa. Stop spreading your germs, girl. What are you doing? Cerisa said, "Wow, Ted, that was impressive." I'm going to be honest, Cerisa. I don't know what exactly it is you're referring to, but I have no doubt that you're accurate. I'm a very impressive individual, and as an impressive individual, I do impressive things. It's pretty much standard operating procedure for an individual of my caliber. You know, impressive. If now this is the point. If Steve were here, he would either physically throw something at me or emotionally berate me right now. Fortunately for me, Steve isn't here, so.
If you're looking to build your barn-dominium, house, or your dream garage, we need to talk. It's very important to us at Settler Structures that you are informed, educated, and avoid mistakes. That's why we take the time to understand you, your wants and needs, and can design the perfect custom space you deserve. We'd love to be your building partner, but even if you have a builder, let's visit just to make sure you're started on the right path. Learn more at settlerstructures.com. 417-SETTLER.
Hey, honey, what's wrong with the garbage disposal?
I don't know. It was working this morning. Did you put something down there?
Just a couple of corn cobs. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good.
When you got a clog that can't be beat. When your shower water is above your feet. When you flush that bowl and it makes you frown.
Spring River makes that drain go down.
Hi, this is Nathan Terry. Don't let a clogged drain or broken garbage disposal spoil your summertime fun. Give Spring River Drain and Sewer a call, and our licensed drain experts will tackle your toughest clogs in the quickest way possible. We have the tools to clear out grease, years of buildup, and even corn cobs. Plus, we charge flat rate pricing for drain calls, so you know the price before we even show up. Schedule an appointment at springriverdrain.com. And remember,
Spring River makes that drain go down.
This summer, one backyard had everything. Burgers on the grill, kids running through sprinklers, fire pit glowing. Until the mosquitoes arrived. Suddenly, everyone's swatting. The dog won't stop scratching. The cookout moved inside. Fire pit abandoned. It was the summer that should have been. Until one family fought back and called Bug Away Pest Control.
Hey, it's Doug and Rory from Bug Away Pest Control. Don't let backyard pests cancel your summer plans. Let Bug Away Pest Control use powerful, pet-friendly treatments to treat your yard and stop those pests from returning. We are the only place you can get Doug and Rory's pest-free guarantee. Swim, barbecue, and enjoy your backyard this summer without the fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes. Remember, if you don't see our logo, it's a no-go. Learn how we can help with your pest problems at bugawaypc.com. We do exactly what we say. We keep the bugs away.
Customer satisfaction is our #1 goal at Bug Away Pest Control.
Your morning cup of Sean. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Next March will be 30 years since my father passed, and she passed not long after him. And I described that to him, and he's pressing me on this hard. And I'm like, well, I feel like I've had an undeserved life, especially knowing that I stand on the shoulders of people that suffered and had much harder lives than I have. Anytime I try to complain, I check myself And I think of all the brave men and women that have come back from wars with no legs, arms, and disfigured faces. And can you possibly think you have a problem? And I think of their lives, and I compare it to my life, and I'm like, I don't think I deserve the life that God gave me. And I said, I give God the credit.
The conservative underground meets later today on the Sean Hannity Show.
Hey, you've been hearing me talk a lot about Sig Sauer and the P365. It is the #1 selling concealed carry pistol in America today. Now, Sig is celebrating 250 years of freedom with an exciting summer promotion. When you buy any P365 pistol, you will get a free Sig Sauer everyday carry flashlight. This is one of the best everyday flashlights that you can buy. And right now, when you buy the #1 concealed carry pistol in the country, you're going to get that for free. More people are taking their safety and their family's safety into their own hands, and they're carrying firearms for protection and self-defense. And I can tell you firsthand, the P365, it's comfortable to carry, it's easy to shoot, it's an amazing firearm. On this show, we are a Sig Sauer family. Buy a P365 pistol, get a free Sig Sauer everyday carry flashlight. This offer won't last long. Buy today, or you can try the P365 Sig Sauer at your local range. It's all American. Just go to sigsauer.com/Hannity. Find a dealer near you.
Hey, it's Mark Levin with The Mark Levin Show. Be sure to tune in every weekday from 5 to 8 on FM 102.9, 105.9, and AM 1310. News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. We're also streaming on the KZRG app, totally free to download in the App Store or Google Play Store, along with streaming live on newstalkkzrg.com. Ted Bojorquez.
And Steve Scott, it's going to be extremely hot. We've got an extreme heat warning in effect through the minimum of 8 o'clock on Friday night. More than likely, it's going to be extended even longer than that. High today, 102. Same for tomorrow. Heat index could be topping near 110 both days. Then on Friday, the actual temperature is going up to 103 for the high, 103 on Saturday, 104 on Sunday before we get a cool down starting on Monday and Tuesday. Seems kind of weird saying a cool down when the actual high on Monday and Tuesday is forecast to be 99. We're going to be talking to KZRG meteorologist, the one and only Ray Stajic. That'll be at 7:25 this morning.
Don't forget, Chris Plant Show joins us at 9 every single weekday. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at 11. Sean Hannity at 2 and Mark Levin at 5. Good morning.
The Four States News, Talk, and Severe Weather Station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 7 o'clock.
He dropped out of the race last month, then came back in it to win it. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. David Crowley pulls off the upset in Wisconsin despite trailing in the polls by double digits after getting back in the race for governor. He defeated Democratic Socialist Francesca Hong.
Establishment Democrats are likely breathing a sigh of relief this morning. This was the outcome they had hoped for, but perhaps not what many of them had expected. David Crowley beat Francesca Hong by less than a percentage point, not the margin that polls had indicated. But Hong had baggage from previous social media posts and lacked the endorsements of prominent progressives like Senator Bernie Sanders and AOC. Crowley's campaign is now out with a new statement this morning saying his next goal is to try and build a broad coalition.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. Crowley faces Republican Tom Tiffany in November. Democrats in Minnesota went progressive, picking Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan as their nominee for Senate, defeating Congresswoman Angie Craig by 20 points. Flanagan's Republican challenger in that Senate race, former TV sportscaster Michelle Tafoya. In South Carolina, Republican Senator Darlene Graham, appointed to replace her late brother Lindsey, advanced to a runoff as she runs to stay in the Senate.
I want to thank President Trump, his steadfast support, and his complete and total endorsement.
Graham will face Congressman Ralph Norman in the runoff in 2 weeks. The winner replaces late Senator Lindsey Graham as the GOP nominee, taking on Democrat Annie Andrews in November. In Connecticut, Democratic Congressman John Larson became the 10th House lawmaker to lose a primary this year, beaten by Luke Bronin. We're learning more about President Trump's stealthy exit from the NATO summit last month, secretly switching planes because of an Iranian threat. He told reporters last night.
Well, it's only up to Secret Service. I just follow what they'd like to do.
And according to various reports overnight, the threat to Air Force One was from a shoulder-fire missile that he found out about from Israel.
Fox's Peter Ducey at the White House. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG, that extreme heat warning in effect until at the earliest 8 o'clock on Friday night, may be extended even after that. Heading for high 102. Heat index could be as high as 109, 110 today. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic following sports. That will be at 7:08. Sun is on the rise. 77 in Neosho, 81 in Pittsburgh, 82 in Carl Junction, 82 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, News Talk, KZRG. Bourbon County, Kansas is going to be looking for a new clerk.
Susan Walker resigns during Monday night's commission meeting, even sharply criticizing leadership and warning of serious financial problems that lie ahead. She says her resignation won't take effect until the end of this month, but she's also directly accusing the commission chairman of disrespectful behavior, sexist remarks, and even publicly casting suspicion on her work. I'm Cy Albright for News Talk KZRG.
Expanding the Joplin trolley service. Transportation coordinator Gina Thompson told the council they need it.
So we believe that these 5 routes, they are good for Joplin. They will increase our current system from 60 plus to over 120 plus. It is about the people that we serve.
She says ridership has topped 70,000 since the trolley relaunched in February of 2025.
Scam alert! The targets, Republican Party activists in Kansas. The scammers pose as GOP officials and ask that activists purchase gift cards on behalf of the party. Republican Party officials in the Sunflower State remind anyone contacted to not purchase a card or any other item without checking it out first. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 82, it's 7:04, News Talk, KZRG.
Fleeing from police with 3 kids and meth in the back. A woman from Pierce City is charged after she nearly hit officers head-on Monday night. Jamie Earp got out of her car after a short pursuit and was taken into custody.
Well, things are definitely heating up with temperatures reaching at or near 100. Michelle Logan of Best Friends Pets in Bentonville says some of the problems that affect people affect pets as well.
Pets can also get sunburned too, especially those that have a light-colored fur or areas of exposed skin. So using a pet-safe sunscreen would be helpful for that. Obviously, never leaving pets in parked cars. Even in 70-degree weather, the temperature inside a parked car can raise to 89 degrees in just 10 minutes, and reach 104 degrees in 30 minutes.
The Cardinals were winners last night, according to Joe Morgan.
The St. Louis Cardinals pitching staff delivered a masterpiece last night. Andre Plante threw 6 shutout innings of 4-hit ball, while Everson Pereira provided the offense with a big home run to lift the Redbirds over the Philadelphia Phillies 2-0.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. A swing, and there's a fly ball. That's hit well to center field. Back to the track, the wall. It's a goner!
The Redbirds look to lock up Game 3 of the series today at 1:15 with the heat out there. Remember to stay hydrated, Cardinals fans. Meanwhile, out west, we got extra baseball in Los Angeles. Max Muncy came through in the clutch, singling home Ohtani in the bottom of the 10th to lift the Dodgers over the Kansas City Royals 5-4. Those 2 teams run it back tonight at Dodger Stadium with first pitch set for 9:10 tonight. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. That's a look at sports. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, a service of Galena and Liberty Pawn. Need to turn your gold and silver into cash? Get top dollar directly from the refiner and buy gold and silver bullion at Galena and Liberty Pawn, South Main Street in Galena, Kansas. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Joe Morgan.
Next news at 7:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Right now, the extreme heat warning is extended through Friday evening. Not a bunch of change as the dangerous heat continues. Many of us have an overnight lows near 80 degrees, daytime highs in the low 100s at least through Friday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic at the KZRG Storm Center.
Weathers the service of Buffalo Run Casino, proud to welcome Ned Ledoux to the stage Saturday, August 22nd. Tickets for this all-ages event are on sale now at BuffaloRun.com. Let the good times run at Buffalo Run Casino.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 77 with sunshine in Neosho, 81 in Pittsburgh, 82 in Carthage, 82 in Joplin. News Talk, KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 7:07.
You know that feeling. Your driver calls and says, "You're not going to like this." It's your first holy cow moment of the day. Maybe it's a blown hub, a trailer that won't brake right, a lighting issue right before a load has to leave. But whatever it is, you know your day and your bottom line is at risk. That's why you need Bennett's Truck and Trailer. They know those holy cow moments hit fast. And when they do, you need someone who knows how to fix a problem and keep you moving. From the biggest fleets to owner-operators running on thin margins, Bennett's is the name people trust when the unexpected threatens to put the brakes on your day. Because at Bennett's, it's not just about parts and repairs, it's about keeping your business on the road. Fast service, experienced techs, dependable solutions. That's why so many companies trust the Bennett way.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Cindy from Bennett's Truck and Trailer. Roll into the shop on Thunder Road in Dunawig or find us online at bennettstrucktrailer.com.
Bennett's Truck and Trailer, the name fleets trust and the service drivers remember.
Summer in the 4 states. That means heat waves, high humidity.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Garrett, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Garrett.
Happy Wednesday. Stay cool, as to you. Is it just me, or is Joe not comfortable doing live radio? I think Joe's great. I think Joe rocks, Bill.
He's definitely not comfortable doing dead radio.
Is it just me, or is Steve not comfortable with having objects thrown at him right now? Notably my phone. I'm just kidding.
Then instead of being an iPhone, becomes my phone.
Boo! Boo, Steve. My goodness.
If you're looking for a place to grow spiritually in the middle of a busy life, InTouch.org is designed for you. Explore practical, biblical teaching from Dr. Charles Stanley, daily devotionals, free study guides, and messages that speak to real-life challenges. Whether you're searching for direction, comfort, or a deeper understanding of God's Word, you'll find tools to help you take the next step. Discover resources that meet you right where you are at InTouch.org.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-809-7171. That's 800-809-7171.
The latest is always heard on News Talk, KZRG. Broadcasting from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio, this is News Talk KZRG. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning Newswatch on News Talk KZRG.
7:10 is the current KZRG knees time. It's the knees time.
Boy, you're doing good this morning.
Listen, News Talk KZRG, we are the bee's knees, and 7:10 is the bee's knees time because we have excellent news and even better radio hosts that can definitely speak English and never, ever trip on their own words. It's never happened, not once.
I did not even know the bees had knees.
They do, although the bees' knees are like birds' knees where they're kind of backwards, like, you know, those flamingos that walk backwards, they bend their legs weird. From my understanding, it's more a system of that nature.
You know what the male bees say to the female bees, don't you?
Oh, God.
Honey! You're welcome.
Oh, my. Boo!
I just thought of that one.
Off the dome.
Okay. But I don't want to leave because it's nice and cool in here at the moment. We've got an extreme heat warning for today, tomorrow, and Friday at the moment. I suspect it's going to be extended even longer because the temperatures are not going to cool down until next week at the least. 102 with mostly sunny and hot today and tomorrow. And the heat indexes topping out near 110. Friday, 103 for the actual high. 103 on Saturday. 104 for the actual high on Sunday. And then we get the cool down. Wow. Sunny and hot on Monday and Tuesday. A high of only 99.
Only 99?
Only 99.
Wow. Look at that.
Kind of reminds me of a song that I sang while riding on a school bus, like going to a football game in a faraway town. 99 bottles of beer on the wall.
Don't even start with me this morning, Steve.
Okay.
Hey, speaking of that heat, it is certainly intense. There's a couple of ways you can stay ahead of it. Number one, get the Zimmer Storm Center app. It's totally free to download in the App Store or Google Play Store. Gives you access to a live-time radar, which is not really as important this time of year. But what is important is play-by-play, hour-by-hour updates on what is going on with the highs and lows for the evening and for the day and afternoon and morning and all that good stuff. So that's awesome. And another thing that you need to keep in mind with this extreme heat is that this extreme heat, these temperatures, they don't just impact you and I. You know, us bipedal hominids, which is fancy speak for human beings. They also impact our fuzzy buddies, our furry friends, our pets, our cats, dogs, and turtles. Turtles don't have fur, but they have shells, and that can be warm too.
Hamsters have fur.
Hamsters as well, absolutely. Our pets are also being impacted very harshly by this extreme heat, and we have some tips and tricks for you this morning on how to keep them safe and healthy. As it turns out, one of the biggest hazards for pets during times of extreme heat, like we have in the 4 states this week, isn't actually their fur. It's the pads on their paws. When animals go out, cats and dogs, they go out in this extreme heat, they're walking on the cement, they're walking on the tarmac of the road. It can very easily burn their paws, and that's one of the most common pet-related injuries. A lot of people, they keep their dogs inside during the extreme heat, which, by the way, we're going to be getting to that in just a second here, but then they go outside to take their dog on their daily walk. Well, guess what? Their feet are just sizzling that whole time.
That's true.
Not good. Not good at all,
not good
especially
at
if you have an indoor-outdoor cat. He's roaming around the neighborhood as he does. That's the sound of his feet sizzling every step he takes.
Wow.
Boy,
you do great sound effects.
I know. I also do really good impressions. Here's an impression of a really, really handsome young man. Hi, my name is Ted. That was a great impression. That was spot on. I don't know what you're talking about. My grandmother says I'm the handsomest boy. All right, moving on. So, a couple things you can do. Number one, keep your pets indoors, even if it's time for their walk. Try to get them to grass, lawn, stuff like that. If you got little cute little dog booties, you know, as they call that's what they call them, their little shoes, their little booties.
Yeah, dog booties.
Yeah, maybe get some heat booties for the dog. Throw those on their paws. Not all dogs like that, but, you know, whatever. Cats as well, if it's plausible with your cat. And by the way, a simple test that you can run to see if it's too hot is you could walk outside right now, or whenever you're about to take your dog out, take your palm and just set it on the ground, on the cement, on the sidewalk, on the roadway, and see how it feels. And if you think that it hurts, if you think that it's unbearable, that's what your dog feels. That's a quick little test to see. If you think it's probably fine, then you're probably fine. But that's a good test to see if your dogs can withstand it.
You know, I just thought of a great experiment for science right now.
Yes?
See if you could take one of those cookie sheets that you cook cookies on.
Uh-huh.
Put the cookie dough on and put it in your dashboard.
Oh.
See if you can cook cookies if it's hot enough.
Oh, there you go. Another lesser-known tip about this heat, bring your pets indoors if you can, would be ideal. But if you were to do that, and this is something that is not really talked about, the idea of indoor enrichment for animals. Let's be honest, pets, they go inside, they need to be mentally stimulated, especially if they're used to being outside. They get bored. And here's why that impacts you. If you have a dog or a cat that's used to being outside for extended periods of time or even just going on a daily walk and they can't, what are they going to do? They're going to lash out. They're going to start ripping apart your shades, your curtains. They're going to start ripping apart your pillows. They're going to start rummaging through the trash because they're bored. They're looking for something to do to stimulate themselves. Dogs that are stuck inside, cats that are stuck inside all day that are not out or that are not indoor cats, there's a statistic that say like the best rough, it's not a statistic, but the best rough comparison is imagine you hanging out in your bathroom all day. You'd get bored. You would just go crazy in there. And that happens to our fuzzy buddies as well. So if they're cooped up inside for their own safety where there's air conditioning, have some indoor enrichment. We're talking toys. We're talking put Bluey on the TV. I don't know, some dog-friendly videos, stuff like that.
Or as I do, I put on News Talk KZRG for my cat.
And they love it.
Oh, she loves it.
Oh, yeah. And really, it's the best thing you could possibly do for anything. Food dispensing toys is really good. They're called Kongs. Which that is their real name. It's called a Kong. You can get them at your pet store. It's like a little rubber. It's like a rubber apparatus that's hollow, and you put peanut butter in there, or you put like kibble in there, and then the dog, he's got to try to break in and get it, and it keeps him entertained for hours. Stuff like that. Puzzle feeders are always good for dogs. You can get, instead of just a regular dog bowl, they have these bowls with like fake grass in it. So then and then you put the food in there, and the food kind of gets stuck and it gets a little hidden. So the dog has to spend like an hour rooting around trying to find it. It keeps them busy. Gives them something to do.
Or for cats, get scratchers. They love scratchers.
Yes.
And I'm not talking about lottery tickets.
There's also things called snuffle mats. Where they got to snuffle around like a truffle pig.
Oh, okay.
You know, that type of thing. So there's all sorts of things with cats. Cat toys are obviously really easy to get. I feel like cats are much more easy to entertain indoors than dogs are.
They are.
Yeah. So keep that in mind. If you have to keep your fuzzy friends outside for whatever reason, fresh water, cool water, once an hour. Go out there, put some ice cubes in there, refill it with the hose, whatever. Make sure that the water, even if they don't drink all the water, dump it out, put fresh water in there because it gets stagnant, it gets hot, it gets gross, it doesn't help it out. So there's all sorts of stuff. There's a bunch of tips and tricks about swimming, making sure your dogs are safe in and around lakes or pools. That's mostly a dog thing. I don't know any cat that voluntarily goes for a dip.
Oh, no, they hate even showers or baths.
Yeah. So you can go to newstalkkzrg.com, get some tips and tricks on that. The last thing I will say here on air, and this might sound goofy, and it sounds goofy because it is goofy, but dogs and cats can also suffer from sunburns, just like us, bipedal hominids can.
By what?
Bipedal hominid. That's us, Steve. We're
ones
humans.
to get on a bicycle and go bipedaling?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is, yeah. So in any case, yeah, dogs can actually get sunburn, especially if you have a dog with shorter fur. Consider getting sunscreen for homie.
Wow.
I know.
I've not heard of that before. That's good.
It does happen. Yeah, I had a friend of a friend that had a boxer, and they have much shorter fur. And this boxer had exceptionally short fur, even by the boxer standards, and would get sunburn all the time. And so they had to, every time they took the dog out, they had to fully lather him in sunscreen.
Wow.
And he loved it because from his perspective as a dog, his humans would just come by and just rub up on him and give him a bunch of rubs and pets and loving, and he thought it was awesome. Oh. Meanwhile, the whole time it was them just rubbing sunscreen on him, but he didn't care. He loved it. On top of that, they also got a little they sell these online, little dog sombreros. And so it was a little dog hat that helped keep him shaded. And he would cruise around with this little dog hat, and he was white as a ghost because he had just thick, lathered on sunscreen over his entire bod.
Wow.
Cutest little guy I've ever seen. So that's also something to consider. But again, go to newstalkkzrg.com where you can get some tips, tricks, advice on how to keep your fuzzy buddies, your furry friends safe from this heat. It's more than just it's hot out. Of course, that is true. And, of course, dogs and cats can suffer from heat stroke just like you and I. And they always say, summertime comes, we get to take our coats off. Dogs, cats, they don't. They wear their fur coats year-round, including the summer months. So that is the common wisdom, but there's lesser known, less discussed health issues with dogs and cats in summer heat. And News Talk KZRG, we have that all on our website, newstalkkzrg.com. News Talk KZRG, News Time 720. And just for goodness sake, to make sure you're aware you're listening to News Talk KZRG, I'm going to say it one more time. It's News Talk KZRG.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
It's KZRG.
Number 3.
Number 3 on KZRG. When extreme temperatures hit, it's not just the humans who mind. Our fuzzy, wuzzy buddies have a hard time as well. Some of the biggest pet-related hazards in this heat are their feet burning, not having access to cool water, and leaving a furry friend in a parked car. Go to the KZRG website for life-saving pet care advice.
Number 2.
Missouri Governor Mike Keogh went on an international trade mission to Panama to discuss workforce opportunities for Missourians in agriculture Details on the trip inside the KZRG app.
Number 1.
President Trump allegedly took a fake-out flight out of Turkey earlier this year amid threats from Iran. He allegedly got on Air Force One, was smuggled out in a catering truck, then flew home in a military jet. When asked about it, the president said, "When it comes to my security, I just do what the Secret Service tells me to do."
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
What does it mean to you to be a hero? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page or text us at 417-782-1310. What does it mean to you to be a hero? What does that look like? Coming up, what's going on with this stinking heat? On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG.
Here's your KZRG forecast. The problem is there's not a bunch of change. Now, sometimes that's a good thing, but in this case, it's not. Extreme heat warning now through Friday evening and might even be extended. Low 100s today, feels about 105 to 110 when you factor in the humidity. A southwest breeze not helping. Lows will be in the low 80s tonight, maybe some record high low temperatures. Thursday, Friday, sunny and hot. Low 100s, heat index close to 110. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic at the KZRG Storm Center.
Uh-oh, the power's out. My phone's at 2%.
Everyone, stay calm.
Daniel, you're the only one screaming.
I know. I can't find my flashlight, beef jerky, or emergency storm Crocs.
Dad must have found everything, because now he's in there negotiating with the breaker box. Mom's hiding by the refrigerator trying to keep the cold air from escaping. Your point? We're not losing a single chicken nugget.
Wait, what's that beautiful sound?
The lights are back. The air conditioner is working. The nuggets are saved.
Folks, summer storms around here can knock your power out faster than Jenna can empty the snack cabinet.
Hey!
And the heat can make your house feel hotter than going down the metal slide in elementary school.
That's why IPOC Electric and Solar installs dependable whole home generators so your family stays cool, comfortable, and powered up when storms roll through. No more flashlight scavenger hunts. No more charging your phone in the truck.
Call IPOC Electric and Solar today.
When the power goes out, don't sweat it. Just IPOC it.
IPOC Electric and Solar, keeping your family and business powered through every storm.
Just like you, the hot weather can be tough on your truck. This is Justin with JL Mobile Truck and Trailer Repair. Hot roads are hard on your tires, your radiators, your hoses, and a lot more. So if you're broken down, remember JL Mobile Truck and Trailer Repair. They can get your truck or your heavy equipment back in action 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Or we can take care of your regular maintenance and stop those problems before they leave you stranded. Call us at 417-438-9461 or visit jlmobilerepair.com.
Swiss cheese, colanders, bagels, donuts. A lot of things have holes in them. Your mouth shouldn't be one of them.
Hi, I'm Dr. Grant Kirk.
And I'm Dr. Connor Postion with Joplin Family Dental and our new location, Carthage Family Dental, where we're accepting new patients.
If you have missing teeth and want to smile like you used to, dental implants can help you feel whole again.
Whether you're missing one tooth or several, implants are designed to look, feel, and function like natural teeth.
They make it easier to chew your favorite foods, help protect your oral health, and may last a lifetime with proper care.
But more than anything, they help you smile, laugh, talk, and live with confidence again.
Schedule your consultation today at Joplin Family Dental or at our brand new location, Carthage Family Dental. Learn more at FamilyDentalofCarthage.com.
Where did you get that smile? Carthage Family Dental.
Dignity, choice, control. They're the foundation of the Independent Living Center. At the Independent Living Center, they believe that needing assistance at home should never mean giving up the right to make your own decisions. That's why they offer both agency-directed and consumer-directed services. For individuals who want the freedom to choose their own care attendant, consumer-directed services puts that choice where it belongs, with you. Whether it's a trusted friend, a family member, or someone you know and rely on, having the ability to choose your caregiver can make all the difference. Because the freedom to choose who helps you is just as important as the help itself.
I'm Toby Davis with the Independent Living Center. Our mission is to help individuals with disabilities maintain their independence while staying in the comfort of their own homes. It's our core philosophy that every person should have the right to make their own decisions and take charge of their own care. To learn more about the many services we provide, such as our in-home programs and peer support opportunities, visit us at ilcenter.org.
If it makes the establishment nervous, we're talking about it. Hi, this is Vince Colonnese. Join me tonight at 8, right after Mark Levin on News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Steve Scott along with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. Ray, good morning.
Good morning, Steve.
It looks like we've got not a rinse and repeat, but a bacon repeat process going on right now.
Yeah, we wish we were rinse and repeat like in a cold shower or a cold swimming pool or a lake or something. But even that, I mean, the water temperatures are probably easily 90 plus, so not much relief. The only relief is air conditioning, Steve, and I don't know when we're going to get substantial relief. Maybe Monday, but I'm talking about a week from this coming Monday. You and I were chatting off air, said, well, instead of triple digits, it might be like 98 or 99 this coming Monday. But I kind of peeked ahead and maybe some changes coming the following Monday. We'll keep our fingers crossed, right? We're really kind of stretching the bounds there of, what I like to call comfortable weather forecasting, which for me is 3 days, maybe 5. And in this case, not much changing. So I'm comfortable with saying low 100s easily through Friday.
All right. Now, I don't see any rain in the forecast. Is that pretty much the situation as well?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. The rain's really not mentioned, so, we may see drier conditions, and we'll check the drought monitor. That comes out every Thursday morning, and we'll see how we're doing in terms of drought. But when things happen so quickly, meaning that we get to this extreme heat and we stay for several days, flash drought can also happen pretty quickly, too. And as I'd mentioned, the rain chance is really near zero right on through early next week and even on into the following week. Not much hope for any substantial rainfall. And if there is a drop in temperatures, it may take us to maybe the mid-90s. I don't know. Raise your hand if that makes you feel good.
It does. Now, the extreme heat warning is going on and going on. And I bet it keeps going on for a little while.
It does. Right now it's through Friday evening, but with forecast highs at about 102 to 103 Saturday and Sunday. The Weather Service will likely extend that. It's a good time, Steve. We got a minute just to remind everybody what they could do to keep themselves cool. It's light-colored, loose-fitting clothing. You protect yourself from the heat by drinking plenty of fluids, preferably water, avoiding alcohol. One thing I don't really mention all the time is when you're outdoors, sunscreen, too. Make sure you're protecting the skin, SPF factor 30 or higher, light-colored, loose-fitting clothing, and take frequent breaks. I mean, I used to work out in the heat back in the day in construction, and I can remember if you didn't take those little breaks when needed, you could succumb to heat exhaustion, and then you go a step above that, you could get into a case where you may get heat stroke. So I want everybody to stay safe, keep yourselves hydrated, keep an eye on the pets and the elderly too. Certainly can't forget them.
Excellent. All right. Well, thanks for that outlook. We appreciate it.
All right, guys.
Talk to you again soon, my good sir. KZRG News Time just before 7:30. You heard him. Stay cool, stay smart, avoid alcohol if you can. Unless you're indoors in the air conditioning, then hey, pop off. All right, coming up after the news in less than 10 minutes at around 7:40, President Trump spoke with the media about what people are calling the fake out. Trump had an Air Force One fake out earlier this year. We have Trump's take on it. That's coming up in less than 10 minutes at around 7:40 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker. It's News Talk KZRG.
At 7:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG.
Kennedy Center lawsuit.
U.S.-Iran negotiation.
Charlie Kirk murder case.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Extreme heat warning until at least 8 o'clock on Friday night. Heading for a high of 102, could feel as high as 109, 110 today. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic, Following sports, that'll be at 7:38. Sunshine, 77 in Neosho, 81 in Pittsburgh, 81 in Galena, 81 in Joplin, FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG.
A judge has ruled in favor of a musician who canceled his Kennedy Center performance after President Trump's name was added to the building.
Washington, D.C. must pay Chuck Redd a little more than $250,000 to cover legal fees and costs he incurred after the venue sued him for canceling his show last year. Redd has done his annual Christmas Eve concert for nearly 20 years and called it off in protest after President Trump's name was added to the facade of the Arts Center. The Kennedy Center vowed to sue Redd for $1 million in damages, and in June, the judge threw out the Kennedy Center's breach of contract lawsuit against Redd under a law designed to protect public interest speech. The center says it will appeal. In June, Trump's name was removed from the building following a federal court ruling. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
New details are being reported over an Iranian threat on President Trump's life while he was in the NATO summit in Turkey. Trey Yanks tells News Talk KZRG.
The Wall Street Journal reports it was Israeli intelligence that tipped off the Trump administration about a specific danger. The report explains the sourcing on this information, saying the U.S. official said Israel briefed the Trump administration on the intelligence, which included a threat to use shoulder-to-air missiles to target Air Force One. Now, ultimately, the president was moved from Air Force One to another plane using a catering truck.
It's only up to Secret Service. I just follow what they'd like to do.
The story comes as indirect negotiations continue with Iran aimed at opening the Strait of Hormuz.
Lawyers for Charlie Kirk's alleged killer now attempting to avoid a trial.
The defense attorneys of accused Charlie Kirk assassin Tyler Robinson are arguing that there's not enough evidence to go to trial. They're saying, quote, the state has failed to establish probable cause that the shooter knowingly created a great risk of death to another other than Charlie Kirk and himself. But prosecutors are pushing to take the case to trial, pointing at key evidence that includes surveillance video tracing Robinson's movements. There was also a Dremel tool found in Robinson's home, matching ammo and firearms believed to be used in the killing. Investigators also say they found DNA linking Robinson to the rifle and are analyzing an alleged handwritten confession and text messages.
FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG, Sunshine 81 at 7:34.
Two men now under arrest in connection with a Newton County stabbing case.
It all started on July 18th of this year when deputies were sent to 19325 Hoddle Springs Road after an adult male suffered serious multiple stab wounds. Fast forward to August 10th. Two men from Wyandotte, Oklahoma are placed under arrest. Kevin Lee Barton and Braden Barton are charged now in Newton County with first-degree assault, first-degree robbery, and armed criminal action in that case. They're being held without bond in the Ottawa County Jail. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Temperatures are hot and getting hotter. That's true for people and pets as well. Michelle Logan of Best Friends Pets in Bentonville told News Talk KZRG.
If you are taking your dog out to enjoy some water, whether that be a lake or a pool, those that are new to the water, we would recommend putting a life vest and, prevent them from drinking pool water.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 81, 735. News Talk KZRG.
Missouri's congressional map fight is suddenly on the fast track. The Missouri Supreme Court now calling for quick action in a lawsuit that could determine whether voters get to decide the fate of the state's new Republican-backed congressional districts this November. People Not Politicians is a group that collected more than 305,000 signatures seeking a statewide referendum. But Secretary of State Denny Hoskins rejected the effort, calling it unconstitutional. The group then sued immediately after.
If you're heading to court, you may have to take your smart glasses off when you get there.
Smart glasses, including those made by Meta, are also equipped with cameras, and that is a no-go in many courtrooms. New York State in July enacted a prohibition of smart glasses in courts, saying the devices violate state laws about surreptitiously recording people. The city of Philadelphia did it too. In a California court where Mark Zuckerberg himself appeared wearing the glasses, the judge had to make Zuckerberg promise not to record. Federal courts are enacting similar bans, and now courts in both England and Wales have made the same rule that anyone wearing Meta's smart glasses in court would have them confiscated. Eben Brown, Fox News.
Cardinals were winners last night, according to Joe Morgan.
The St. Louis Cardinals pitching staff delivered a masterpiece last night. Andre Plante threw 6 shutout innings of 4-hit ball, while Everson Pereira provided the offense with a big home run to lift the Redbirds over the Philadelphia Phillies 2-0.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. A swing, and there's a fly ball. That's hit well to center field. Back to the track, the wall. It's a goner!
The Redbirds look to lock up Game 3 of the series today at 1:15. With the heat out there, remember to stay hydrated, Cardinals fans. Meanwhile, out west, we got extra baseball in Los Angeles. Max Muncy came through in the clutch, singling home Ohtani in the bottom of the 10th to lift the Dodgers over the Kansas City Royals 5-4. Those two teams run it back tonight at Dodger Stadium with first pitch set for 9:10 tonight. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. That's a look at sports. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, a service of Galena Liberty Pawn. Need to turn your gold and silver into cash? Get top dollar directly from the refiner and buy gold and silver bullion at Galena Liberty Pawn, South Main Street in Galena. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Pahorkes.
Next news at 8 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Here's your KZRG forecast. The problem is there's not a bunch of change. Now, sometimes that's a good thing, but in this case, it's not. Extreme heat warning now through Friday evening and might even be extended. Low 100s today, feels about 105 to 110 when you factor in the humidity. A southwest breeze not helping. Lows will be in the low 80s tonight, maybe some record high low temperatures. Thursday, Friday, sunny and hot. Low 100s, heat index close to 110. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic at the KZRG Storm Center.
Clean sweep on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar this morning. Sunshine, it's 77 in Neosho, 81 in Pittsburgh, 81 in Webb City, 81 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time going on 7:39.
We buy guns, oh yes. We buy guns, oh yes. We are the best, oh yes. We buy guns, oh yes.
This is Liberty Tree Guns, the best place to sell your firearms. Walk in with a gun, walk out with money.
We buy guns, oh yes. We buy guns, oh yes. We are the best, oh yes. We buy guns, oh yes.
Liberty Tree Guns, across from Lowe's in Carthage. Or visit libertytreeguns.com to start your quote today.
We buy guns, oh yes. We buy guns, oh yes. We are the best, oh yes.
Hello?
Hey, what are you doing?
Avoiding the heat. Where are you? It sounds like you're at a party or something.
Pretty much. I'm at Anvil Axe Company, and you should be here too.
I don't know.
Do you want to have fun?
Yeah.
Then get to Anvil Axe Company.
Go to the only place that's forged for fun. Anvil Axe Company and Event Center. With axe throwing, cornhole, ping pong, darts, and more. There's an entire summer's worth of fun waiting for you at Anvil Axe Company. Minutes from Joplin and Neosho, miles from Boring. Book online at anvilaxeco.com. If it's time for a party, wedding reception, company picnic, outing, or event, go to the only place that's forged for fun. Anvil Axe Company and Event Center. With axe throwing, projected interactive targets, an outdoor patio with fire pits, and catering options from upscale to affordable favorites, Anvil Axe Company and Event Center gives you the most unique, most diverse, most fun venue in the area. Minutes from Joplin and Neosho, miles from Boring. Book online at anvilaxeco.com.
Julie from Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store talks about how they can help you with your garden this summer.
I'm always curious to see how's your garden growing. Common problem you might be starting to see right now is blossom end rot on your tomatoes. If you're seeing the end of your tomatoes get a little rotten spot, that is due to a calcium deficiency, and it can be corrected by adding calcium nitrate to your soil, or there's other ways to correct it. Just come on in and talk to me and I'll help you with that. There are certain flowers that are susceptible to pH rising or falling, so I have remedies for that, and that shows up a lot of times as nutrient deficiencies, yellow leaves. I can help you figure out what's going on and keep that garden producing through the hot summer months. Kind of helps you protect your investment. I mean, you put your heart and soul and your dollars into those gardens, so I want to see you be successful at that and come back year after year.
Find everything you need for your lawn and garden at Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store, just east of Pittsburgh on Highway 126.
Hey, it's Chris Plant. Be sure to tune in to FM 102.9, AM 1310 every weekday from 9 to 11 for breaking news, commentary, and politics. News Talk KZRG.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Well, according to KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic, the hot weather is here to stay at least through with the higher temperatures, at least through Sunday. A little bit cooler on Monday, but still hot on Monday as well, Monday and Tuesday. Right now, we're looking for mostly sunny and hot every day. 102 for the high today. Could feel as high as 109, 110. Same for tomorrow. 103 for the high, actual high on Friday. 103 on Saturday. On Sunday, 104 is the predicted high temperature. Now, again, on Monday, we're going to be cooling off to a whopping 99. According to Ray Stajic, when we talked to him a few minutes ago, we might get a break a week from Monday with the temperature in the lower 90s, maybe. That's about 10 days away or so. So it's still a ways, quite a way. Going to be hot. Kind of like you, Ted.
Well, yeah, you said it. The Zimmer Storm Center app, great way to follow along with all things heat. Well, do you remember earlier this year when President Donald Trump was leaving the NATO summit in Turkey, and he had flown there in the new Qatari plane that he had gotten from the Middle East? We got from the Middle East. And then he decided, actually, I'm going to fly home in the old Air Force One because of threats to my life issued by Iran. And there was a lot of criticism coming from a lot of people, myself included, by the way, about the Qatari airplane and the fact that we spent billions on retrofitting it to our security standards, and apparently it still wasn't safe enough to have the president fly in. So billions down the drain of your money, my money, taxpayer money, gone just like that. That was my frustration. Then he took the old Air Force One home.
Actually, he didn't.
Well, that's the big news we have for you today. That was what the story was, but it was revealed just this week that, wait a second, little bit of a fake out. Allegedly, he pretended to take the old Air Force One home from Turkey and actually hid in a catering truck and drove home. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he didn't.
No, he was. They smuggled him out of the old Air Force One, leading everyone to believe, myself included, that he was on the old Air Force One, and instead smuggled him out via catering truck and sent him home in a different military aircraft, totally unbeknownst to anybody.
Yeah, Pete Hegseth was the one that he took a ride with on the military plane.
I want to play for you. Donald Trump was asked about this. I want to play for you a clip of him talking about it. Now, I will say he was asked about it on the tarmac next to a jumbo jet. So, the audio is a little shoddy here, but, take a listen for yourself.
About your ride on the airport catering truck in Turkey, why did you need to do that? Why did they want you to do that?
Yeah, he said, look, I just do what they tell me. And what was the threat? I don't know. They told me there was a threat. They said, Mr. President, we're we're going to smuggle you out of Air Force One in a catering truck. He said, sounds good. Listen, I campaigned in a dump truck, for crying out loud. I'll get in a catering truck. I don't care. Which, yeah, who cares?
He even campaigned from a fry station at McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, dude, fine, great, whatever you say. Now, so that's sort of the saga here. Here's this part of the story that I think is not getting as much media attention from legacy media as it should. Donald Trump, so much was flying on the old Air Force One, such a risk that they had to smuggle the president out and fly him home in a different plane. Do you know who they left on the old Air Force One?
Yes, I do. And
Marco Rubio.
Well, that's not all. They left.
Well, Marco Rubio, Stephen Miller, Scott Bassett, they left a bunch of the Trump administration members on the airplane, but Marco Rubio was the big name. So worried that there was going to be an incident on Air Force One, they just left Marco to the wolves? Good luck, buddy.
Not only that, they left the press on the new Air Force One.
I'm not worried about the press. Marco Rubio, the administration on the plane. That's crazy to me. They were so nervous that they had to do this grandiose James Bond-esque fake out. And like Stephen Miller, like Marco Rubio, if you get blown up, that's sucks for you.
It was even a double fake out.
It makes me feel as though being in the administration for the Trump team is almost even more dangerous than being Trump. Because, yes, people are trying to kill Trump. There's no question. He's probably the most attempted assassinated president in history, although I don't know that for a fact, but it's a pretty safe assumption. That being said, everyone around the clock is working to protect Trump. Marco Rubio? Nope. You get on the plane. You get on the decoy plane, Marco. Have fun with that.
So since they left the press on the plane that was possibly going to be targeted, would that make you want to get on Air Force One now to take a trip?
Oh, for sure. I think if listen, it would be an honor for my death to be death via explosion on Air Force One. That is way better than the way I will likely go out, which is forgetting to check both ways before I cross the street and getting run over by Steve Scott as he's hurriedly leaving work to get to family game night on Thursday.
That's true.
That's my most likely death. I would much rather go out in a blaze of glory on Air Force One. That sounds awesome. And by the way, I don't know this as a fact, but I'm willing to bet that the mastermind, the genius who came up with the idea of keeping Marco on the plane was J.D. Vance.
More than likely.
I think J.D. Vance was like, "Do we really need to get Marco Rubio a safe flight home? Let's keep him on keep him on Air Force One." I'm just joking. I don't know if that's the case. But anyway, I thought that was kind of funny, but that was a big story for you this week, so I did want to bring it up for you this morning. KZRG News Time just before 7:50. And another big story, and we're going to be getting into this at around 8:10 this morning. But a little tidbit, some little nugs for you to chew on. Joplin's proposed fiscal year 2027 budget. This is the city of Joplin in southwest Missouri. It is expected to shrink as federal pandemic-era funding is running out. However, we have interviewed many city leaders, most notably Joplin Mayor Rob O'Brien, who we have on the Morning Newswatch every single Monday at 7:10 for Monday with the Mayor. They're not all that worried about it because, as Mayor Rob O'Brien had pointed out, a lot of the ARPA dollars that has been really inflating the Joplin budget, those were for specific projects. Though that money was never intended and hasn't really been used, according to the mayor, for day-to-day expenses, like making sure that the police department is well-funded, making sure that the parks department has money. No, it was money for specific road projects, one-time things like building a new roundabout or adding new sidewalk. That's a one-time expenditure. Now, once we get those new things, there's then ongoing cost to upkeep them. But guess what? The cost to upkeep a roundabout versus a four-way stop, probably not that big of a difference. And we already have that money set aside for basic maintenance of our roadways, things of that nature. What we didn't have money set aside for was the complete remodel of our roadways. But once we have it remodeled, then it's just taking care of it like any other road, right?
That's true. Very true.
Just logically speaking. So, yeah, the Joplin City budget is looking to shrink 8% from the current year. Pretty interesting.
Too bad the state couldn't do the same thing.
Oh, that would be nice. We're going to have more details for you at 8:10 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Time KZRG. KZRG News Time 7:50.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
When extreme temperatures hit, it's not just humans who mind, it's our fuzzy buddies as well. Some of the biggest pet-related hazards in this heat are their feet burning and not having access to cool, clear water, and leaving a furry friend in a parked car as well. Go to the KZRG website for life-saving pet care advice.
Number 2.
Missouri Governor Mike Keogh went on an international trade mission to Panama to discuss workforce opportunities for Missourians in agriculture. Details on the trip inside the KZRG app.
Number 1.
President Trump allegedly took a fake-out flight out of Turkey earlier this year amid threats from Iran. He allegedly got on Air Force One, was smuggled out via a catering truck, then flew home in a military jet. When asked about it, the president said, "When it comes to my security, I just do what the Secret Service tells me to do."
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
What does it mean to you to be a hero? We want to know. Text us at 417-782-1310. What does it mean to you to be a hero? Coming up, your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos. On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, it's News Talk KZRG. Don't forget, Chris Plant is joining us at 9, Clay Travis and Buck Sexton cracking the mic at 11, Sean Hannity at 2, Mark Levin at 5, The Vin Show coming to you live every single weeknight starting at 8. Coast to Coast with George Norrie at midnight, but before then, of course, is Joe Pags at 11. On News Talk KZRG.
Here's your KZRG forecast. The problem is there's not a bunch of change. Now, sometimes that's a good thing, but in this case, it's not. Extreme heat warning now through Friday evening and might even be extended. Low 100s today, feels about 105 to 110 when you factor in the humidity. A southwest breeze not helping.
Good morning, everybody. Who is here? Nicole. Good morning, Nicole. How are you doing today? Hopefully well. The knees, KZRG's knees. Liked by author. I just thumbs up your comment, Sarisa, and then Facebook gave me a notification and said liked by author. Assumably you're the author of that comment. Did you like your own comment?
If you're carrying something heavy, you don't have to carry it alone. Visit accessfamilyycare.org and take that first step.
Bill, dogs actually sweat through the paws. That's absolutely true. That is absolutely true, good sir. They also sweat through their tongues. They're freaks. Okay, paw sweat is adorable. I didn't know they sweated through their paws. Yeah, sweat through their paws and their tongues. I don't, personally, Sarisa, I wouldn't really use the word adorable and sweat in the same sentence. I don't care how cute the dog is. Sweat is gross. I'm not all in on dog sweat. I don't find dogs sweating cute or adorable. My dog is scared of his Kong. That's kind of funny. Is your dog Scooby-Doo by any chance? Or Courage the Cowardly Dog? My dog looks adorable in a sombrero. He also has very fancy bow tie that turn him into a handsome little boy. What a distinguished gentleman! Ah, a professor and a scholar. A gentleman and a scholar.
I started with Team Dental because I loved the team dynamic.
Good morning, Nicole.
Drew me to come and interview with Dr.
So he said, did I? LOL. Well, I have to see if I did. I don't know if he did. It just said liked by author. Maybe, because I liked it, and I'm on KZRG's Facebook page, and KZRG is the author of this stream. Maybe I'm the author. I don't know.
My favorite things when they come in and they are terrified to come and see us because nobody likes to come to the dentist.
I don't know.
But when they complete,
I'll tell you some things I do know, though.
you see that smile on their face because
If you combine 2 and 2 together, it equals fish. I know that. If you combine 3 and 3 together, it equals 8. I know that one, too. I know who Steve's best friend is.
And I know who's not going to get invited to family game night.
There's nothing to do with it. Everything's about you, Steve. Just because I'm talking about you behind your back to your face doesn't mean it's about you. Get with the program.
Abandoned. It was the summer that should have been. Until one family fought back and called Bug Away Pest Control.
Hey, it's Doug and Rory from Bug Away Pest Control. Don't let backyard pests cancel your summer plans. Let Bug Away Pest Control use powerful, pet-friendly treatments to treat your yard and stop those pests from returning. We are the only place you can get Doug and Rory's pest-free guarantee. Swim, barbecue, and enjoy your backyard this summer without the fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes. Remember, if you don't see our logo, it's a no-go. Learn how we can help with your pest problems at bugawaypc.com. We do exactly what we say. We keep the bugs away.
Customer satisfaction is our #1 goal at Bug Away Pest Control.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Catch my show every weekday. It all starts at 2 for honest news, truthful news on News Talk, KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning Challenge.
Your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
To win, be the first one on the phone with the correct answer to the question at 417-782-1310. 417-782-1310. Ted, what's the question?
Today's question is a holdover question from yesterday. It is a little Joplin area trivia for you. Here it is. Joplin's Broadway Bridge is named after Vernon Siger. Why? Why was he given this honor? What is he known for? What is Vernon Siger known for? 417-782-1310. Joplin's Broadway Bridge is named after Vernon Siger, who is known as what? What did we name it after him for? 417-782-1310. Steve, what are we giving away?
Complimentary taco plus chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
Vernon Siger is the one we decided to name the Broadway Bridge after. By we, I mean Joplonians. Why did we do that? News Talk KZRG, what is your guess?
He's a poet.
He's a poet? No, that's not why, although I'm sure he did write some poetry, but that's close. I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with his time in the armed services. 417-782-1310. Vernon Siger is famous in the Joplin area for being what? Has something to do with the armed services, has something to do with a war that was so big it consumed the whole of the earth. A world war, for instance. Perhaps the first one. Think First World War. Vernon Siger. We've named the Broadway Bridge in Joplin after him. Why? 417-782-1310. It's something to do with World War I. 417-782-1310. Complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos, which, Steve, I know you can attest to their quality.
Oh, that is fantastic. It's definitely award-winning, and I can tell you why, because it's good.
Mm-hmm. Vernon Siger. All right, it looks like we're not going to get it. I'm going to give you the answer.
Oh, okay.
Now that we've had this as a holdover question twice, here's the answer. Vernon Siger was Joplin's last World War I veteran.
Wow.
The last World War I veteran was Vernon Siger. And as a thank you to his service and in memorial to World War I and all of the brave men and women that fought in it from this country and from this area, we named the bridge after him, the Broadway Bridge. Vernon Siger, last World War I veteran from Joplin.
Which just got an update.
Yeah, that's true. How's the heat today, Steve?
It's going to be hot. We're expecting a high of 102. Could feel as hot as 109 to 110. And that's according to KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. We're going to check the full weather for you coming up on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk, KZRG.
The four states news, talk, and severe weather station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 8 o'clock.
An up and down inflation report. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Literally, consumer prices inched up last month from June, but the annual rate of inflation for July dropped slightly.
Everything in line with estimates. So month over month, July CPI coming in up 0.1%, year over year, up 3.4%.
That's Fox Business Network Cheryl Casoni. Affordability, a big midterm election issue, especially for Democrats.
We are going to
stop Donald Trump's billion-a-day illegal war in Iran and the crushing gas and fertilizer prices.
That's Minnesota Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan, a progressive who easily won the Democratic primary for Senate in November. Flanagan will face Michelle Tafoya, a former TV sportscaster who won the Republican primary. In Wisconsin, a Democratic socialist lost. Francesca Hong had led in the polls, but was upset in the primary for governor by a more moderate Democrat, David Crowley, who had dropped out of the race briefly last month and then came back in and won by a few thousand votes.
Hong was bogged down by controversial social media posts and a lack of endorsements from prominent progressives. Wisconsin Dems are now calling on the party to put aside their differences and unite behind Crowley as he gets ready to face Republican Tom Tiffany for governor.
Fox's Madeline Rivera. In Connecticut, Democratic Congressman John Larson became the 10th House lawmaker to lose a primary this year. Luke Bronin beat Larson by 22 points after telling voters the stakes are too high to keep doing the same thing. In South Carolina,
this is a very emotional night.
Senator Darlene Graham finished first in the Republican primary to replace her late brother Lindsey as GOP nominee as she runs for her own term in office after being appointed to the Senate. Graham will face Republican Congressman Ralph Norman in a runoff in 2 weeks. About 700,000 homes and businesses still without power the day after storms hammered parts of Illinois and Kentucky and Indiana, where 2 people were killed, one by a falling tree. Another died in Ohio in flooding. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Extreme heat warning in effect until at the least 8 o'clock on Friday night. Could be extended. We're heading for a high of 102. Could feel as hot as 109 to 110. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. Following sports, that'll be at 8:08. Sunshine, 81 in Neosho, 81 in Pittsburgh, 83 in Galena, 83 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk, KZRG. Misdemeanor for Matt Miller.
Well, the now former ESPN NFL draft analyst from Webb City's been charged after that June crash left him severely injured, even forcing him to have his left arm amputated to save his life. The Highway Patrol says Miller's SUV crossed the center line of Highway 96 and collided with an oncoming semi. All the while, Miller still under investigation by Missouri's top prosecutor for alleged mishandling of fantasy football and charity league funds. I'm Cy Albright for News Talk KZRG.
Expanding the Joplin trolley service. Transportation Coordinator Gina Thompson told the council they need it.
So we believe that these 5 routes, they are good for Joplin. They will increase our current system from 60 plus to over 120 plus. It is about the people that we serve.
She says ridership has topped 70,000 since the trolley relaunched in February of 2025.
Scam alert targets Republican Party activists in the state of Kansas. The scammers pose as GOP officials and ask the activists to purchase gift cards on behalf of the party. Republican Party officials in the Sunflower State remind everyone or anyone contacted to not purchase a gift card or any other item without checking it out with them first. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310, Sunshine 83, 804, News Talk, KZRG.
2 men are behind bars after a Newton County stabbing that left a man seriously injured. Deputies say the victim was found with multiple stab wounds July 18th on Hotel Springs Road and was rushed to a Springfield hospital. Kevin Barton and Braden Barton were later charged with first-degree assault, first-degree robbery, and armed criminal action. Both were arrested Monday in Wyandotte, Oklahoma, by a multi-agency task force.
Things are definitely heating up, with temperatures reaching at or near 100 and feeling possibly as high as 110. Michelle Logan of Best Friends Pets in Bentonville says that some of the problems that affect people affect pets too.
Pets can also get sunburn too, especially those that have a light-colored fur or areas of exposed skin. So using a pet-safe sunscreen would be helpful for that. Obviously, never leaving pets in parked cars. Even in 70-degree weather, the temperature inside a parked car can raise to 89 degrees in just 10 minutes, and reach 104 degrees in 30 minutes.
How'd the Cardinals do yesterday, Joe Morgan?
The St. Louis Cardinals pitching staff delivered a masterpiece last night. Andre Plante threw 6 shutout innings of 4-hit ball, while Everson Pereira provided the offense with a big home run to lift the Redbirds over the Philadelphia Phillies 2-0.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. A swing, and there's a fly ball. That's hit well to center field. Back to the track, the wall. It's a goner.
The Redbirds look to lock up Game 3 of the series today at 1:15 with the heat out there. Remember to stay hydrated, Cardinals fans. Meanwhile, out west, we got extra baseball in Los Angeles. Max Muncy came through in the clutch, singling home Ohtani in the bottom of the 10th to lift the Dodgers over the Kansas City Royals 5-4. Those two teams run it back tonight at Dodger Stadium with first pitch set for 9:10 tonight. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. That's a look at sports. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, the service of Galena Liberty Pawn. Need to turn your gold and silver into cash? Get top dollar directly from the refiner and buy gold and silver bullion at Galena Liberty Pawn on South Main Street in Galena. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Joe Morgan.
Next news at 8:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Here's your KZRG forecast. Right now, the extreme heat warning is extended through Friday evening. Not a bunch of change as the dangerous heat continues. Many of us have an overnight lows near 80 degrees, daytime highs in the low 100s at least through Friday. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic at the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is the service of Buffalo Run Casino. Proud to welcome Ned Ledoux to the stage Saturday, August 22nd. Tickets for this all-ages event are on sale now at BuffaloRun.com. Let the good times run at Buffalo Run Casino.
Nothing showing this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. Sunshine 81 in Neosho, 81 in Pittsburgh, 83 in Diamond, 83 in Joplin. News Talk, KZRG, with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time going on 8:08.
What gets in the way of eating your favorite foods? What prevents you from smiling in pictures of your most memorable moments? For so many, it's the almighty dollar. The cost is often the deal breaker for the smile that you deserve. But with dental centers, it doesn't have to be. Of course, Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center accepts insurance from Delta Dental, Guardian, Aetna, United, Humana, and over 200 more insurance providers. But they can also help with care credit, so you can finally get your dental work completed. Don't let cost keep you from getting the dental care you need. See how you can get the dental care that works for your budget with dental centers.
I'm Brian George, CEO of Mid-America Dental and Hearing Center, just off of I-44, exit 44, and at midamericadental.com. Changing lives and making smiles at dental centers.
Our best for less in a day at Dental Center.
Hey, want a free checking account from Community Bank and Trust?
Free? Yeah, right. What's the catch?
Oh, there's no catch.
There's always a catch. I bet there's a minimum balance requirement.
Nope, their absolutely free checking account is free from minimum balance requirements.
Okay, then I bet there's a monthly service charge.
Actually, there's not. Their absolutely free checking is free from a monthly service charge.
So when you say free, you mean?
Free, gratis, countless, liberated.
Wow. Free, so I could check my balance, pay bills, use my debit card, and bank from my phone
without paying a monthly fee.
Now that's my kind of free.
Absolutely free checking, the account that gives you all the features you need for zero monthly fees from Community Bank and Trust. Get started at one of the local employee-owned CBT locations today or at cbthomebank.com. Community Bank and Trust, where trust is so important. It's in our name. Other fees such as NSF, overdraft, sustained overdraft fees, etc. may apply. See fee schedule for details. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 580491.
Everyone walks through seasons of uncertainty, but you don't have to walk through them alone. At intouch.org, you'll find messages of hope, biblical truth, and encouragement from Dr. Charles Stanley, available anytime you need it. Dive into devotionals, watch sermons, or explore resources that help you draw closer to God day by day. When you're ready to refocus your heart and renew your faith, visit intouch.org. It may be exactly what your soul needs today.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-809-7171. That's 800-809-7171.
You're listening to News Talk KZRG 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. From Studio 1Z with the latest news, commentary, and weather. It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, it's News Talk KZRG. Ted Pahorkes.
And Steve Scott. It's going to be extremely hot over the next few days. That's why we have an extreme heat warning at least through Friday night at 8 o'clock. Again, I suspect that's going to be continued after Friday night. Today and tomorrow, 102 each day is the actual high, with the heat index topping out near 110. On Friday, 103 the actual temperature. It's going to be even hotter with the feels like temperature on Friday. Saturday, 103 again. On Sunday, even hotter, 104 the actual temperature. But the big cool down starting to come on Monday. We're going to top out at 99, 98 or 99, according to KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Zimmer Storm Center app, great way to follow along with all things weather, including heat, highs, and lows. You can get those updates and custom weather alerts with the Zimmer Storm Center app. It's free to download in the App Store or Google Play Store. Well, Joplin's proposed fiscal year 2027 budget is expected to shrink as federal pandemic-era funding runs out. So, we have that going on. Now, the proposed budget, what they're looking at right now, it's not the official budget. They're still working on it, by the way. Still a lot of game left in it. But as of right now, the proposed budget has a total of just over $170 million, which is down nearly 8% from the current year.
And why is it down?
Well, it is down because they decided they were going to cancel all of the TED statue construction projects, and all that money that they were going to spend on that is no longer going to be spent.
I can't wait to ask the mayor about that come Monday.
Now, finance director for the city of Joplin, Leslie Haas, she had spoken to the council. She said,
our budget over the last few years definitely has been propped up because of all of the grants, and it is coming back down to normal levels. So overall, total budget, the revenue is decreasing nearly 8% over the 2026 adopted budget, but grant revenue is down 44%.
Yeah. So like she said, a lot of that money that is not going to be budgeted for is the fact that grant money is down 44% year over year. Which, again, these were one-time expenses. And that's the thing, when we spoke with Joplin Mayor Rob O'Brien just this week, on Monday, a couple days ago, about this, he had noted that all the federal money, or most of the federal money that came in via ARPA dollars, were one-time blocks for one-time projects. Things like building a new roundabout. Once you build it, it's built. You don't need money. You don't need to keep paying for it. It's done.
Or expansion on like 20th Street.
Or expansion on 20th Street. Once it's built, it's done. Now, of course, there's basic general maintenance for roads, but the city of Joplin and municipalities, they already have that budgeted for. The maintenance required for 20th Street pre and post expansion probably isn't that much different.
No.
I mean, okay, there's an extra lane. So what? The sweeper has to go by an extra time? How much money is that? Or, okay, now instead of digging up this part of the road, we have to dig up a slightly different part of the road because we moved the wires over with the expansion. It's the same idea. We already have that money budgeted. True. It's not a big deal. So a lot of those one-time projects are now done, which there you go. There goes the money. Now, capital spending in the city of Joplin for the proposed fiscal year 2027 budget also expected to fall more than 21% as well. But despite the lower overall budget, the city is projecting modest growth, with local tax collections. Sales tax revenue, for instance, expected, this is based off of projections, expected to rise 2%. Use tax revenues expected to rise 3%. That's sales tax, but for online stuff. And recreational marijuana tax revenue expected to rise 5%, which I will say, KZRG News Time 8:15, is crazy to me. It is crazy to me that the city is expecting an increase of marijuana sales tax by 5%. I thought that Missouri was already maxed out on how much pot they could smoke. You're telling me Missourians are going to smoke even more weed? I had no clue that the Show Me State were full of hippies.
Well, at least they're projecting it.
That's what they're thinking. Missouri, by the way, fun fact for you, from day one of legalizing recreational marijuana to getting to $1 billion in sales of recreational marijuana, Missouri was the fastest state to get there.
Didn't they actually overtake Colorado as being the number one state for marijuana use?
That I'm not sure about. It's possible. Look it up. That'd be interesting. Look that up. I can't confirm that off the dome here. But now other states reached $1 billion of marijuana sales before Missouri, but Missouri reached $1 billion fastest from the start date of legalizing recreational marijuana. That's insane. I thought we need a huff and puff more. Joplin needs to smoke more weed. That's what's happening. I mean, it's insane. It's crazy. What happened to weed makes you lazy? I guess we've just abandoned that. Yeah, I guess what they say is true. The war on drugs is over, and drugs won it, because now Joplin is expecting recreational marijuana tax revenue to increase 5%. What's it say?
Officially, Missouri has overtaken Colorado in total annual recreational and medical marijuana sales, with Missouri generating
recreational and medical or
both?
Oh, both. Okay.
With generating roughly $1.4 to $1.5 billion annually, while a more mature Colorado market has seen sales slide to approximately $1.32 billion, all because of Missouri just being a brand new market. So the people, I guess, are coming from Colorado to here. Either that or they're smoking less on that highness of the mountains.
Yeah, and it's like anything, when it's new, everyone's all excited about it, but eventually the novelty wears off, and then the market, reshapes and sort of right fits itself, so to speak.
That's true.
It's like, when the Wii came out, everyone was gushing to get it, and now nobody cares. How's that for a topical and timely reference? Referencing a video game console from 2009, huh? We only do topical news here on KZRG.
I have to dig out my Sega Genesis.
Yeah, exactly. Only topical references here. In any case, moving on from there, that's what the city council, the Joplin city budget fiscal year is looking at. We're going to be getting some officials aside from the mayor on our airwaves very shortly to talk these numbers, to crunch these numbers for you as well. So keep an eye out and ear out for that. It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Moving on from there, an update for you on a rather old story. The Newton County Sheriff's Office, they were dispatched to calls regarding a stabbing that took place on July 18th. On July 18th, Newton County deputies got a call. Boop, 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 911, what's your emergency? Oh, there's been a stabbing. Boop, boop, boop. They get on out there. Now, they were dispatched to 19325 Hoddle Springs Road in response to this stabbing. Now, that is kind of out in the boonies. It's south of Joplin, south of Seneca, southwest of Neosho. I don't know if it's rude to say it's in the middle of nowhere, but it's basically in the middle of nowhere. Now, like I said, this did happen in mid-July, about a month ago, but we're now getting more updates. We're now getting an update for it regarding that story. Now, when the Newton County deputies arrived, they found a dude suffering from multiple stab wounds who was obviously transported to a hospital ASAP Rocky. Now, during the ensuing investigation, 2 adult males were identified as suspects, Kevin Lee Barton and Braden Barton. They are suspects, and they were believed to be living in the vicinity of the Wyandotte, Oklahoma area, somewhere in that area. Well, update for you. Charges were submitted to the Newton County Prosecutor's Office and filed. Both individuals now charged with assault in the first degree, robbery in the first degree, armed criminal action. And on August 10th, just 2 days ago, they were finally taken into custody. And they were taken into custody by the United States Marshals Northern Oklahoma Violent Crimes Task Force. They had to call in the big guns to find these guys.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the Bureau of Indian Affairs and the Oklahoma Highway Patrol also assisted with this. So, like I said, they were finally taken into custody just a few days ago, allegedly committed a stabbing in mid-July. So they were on the run for a while. Again, innocent until proven guilty in this country.
That's true.
For forever and always. Well, so long as our judicial system and our way of life exists, it'll be forever and always. But anyway, that's the update for you. You can get details at newstalkkzrg.com. KZRG News Time 8:20.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
When extreme temperatures hit, it's not just humans who mind. Our fuzzy buddies have a hard time as well. Some of the biggest pet-related hazards in this heat are their feet burning and not having access to cool water and leaving a furry friend in a parked car. Go to KZRG's website for life-saving pet care advice.
Number 2.
Missouri Governor Mike Keogh went on an international trade mission to Panama to discuss workforce opportunities for Missourians in agriculture. Details on the trip inside the KZRG app.
Number 1.
President Trump allegedly took a fake-out flight out of Turkey earlier this year amid threats from Iran. He allegedly got on Air Force One, was smuggled out via a catering truck, then flew home in a military jet. When asked about it, the president said, "When it comes to my security, I just do what the Secret Service tells me to do."
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
What does it mean to you to be a hero? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page. News Talk KZRG on Facebook or text us at 417-782-1310. What does it mean to you to be a hero? Coming up, Technology with Kim Commando on News Talk KZRG.
Here's your KZRG forecast. The problem is there's not a bunch of change. Now, sometimes that's a good thing, but in this case, it's not. Extreme heat warning now through Friday evening and might even be extended. Low 100s today, feels about 105 to 110 when you factor in the humidity. A southwest breeze not helping. Lows will be in the low 80s tonight, maybe some record high low temperatures. Thursday, Friday, sunny and hot. Low 100s, heat index close to 110. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic at the KZRG Storm Center.
I learn best by doing.
I enjoy helping others.
I want to leave my mark.
What begins on this campus moves into studios, hospitals, and communities around the globe.
This is Missouri Southern State University.
Explore boldly.
Care deeply.
Impact globally.
Apply now and find your pride at mssu.edu.
I'm James Whitford from Watered Gardens Ministries, and I have a message for you today. Don't give up. Jesus said, "In this world you'll have trouble, but take courage, because I've overcome the world." These are hopeful words at a time when we see much trouble on the streets of our city. People with histories of trauma, struggling in homelessness, some sleeping under bridges on the streets of our city, many with poor mental health. We're all looking for solutions, and our response is, take courage. It's the name of Watered Gardens Ministries' new capital campaign. The Take Courage campaign involves 2 projects: a Christ-centered tiny home community for the homeless who are aging or disabled, and a new trauma-informed transitional shelter. These projects will provide real solutions, and much of the funding has already been raised. So, don't give up. I'm asking you to take courage with us and be part of the solution. Visit takecourage.wateredgardens.org.
For a lot of workplaces, the work week doesn't end on Friday. That's why there's EasyCater, the best way to order food from favorite restaurants for your hardworking team, even on weekends. With EasyCater, you'll find great options for any group size and any shift, with tools to help meet dietary needs, stay on budget, and simplify expenses, all backed by our award-winning 24/7 support. EasyCater, your Monday through Sunday workplace food platform. Start an order for your weekend crew at easycater.com.
Ice Cube's Big Three season is heating up, and it all comes down to this. The Big Three playoffs are coming to Dallas, Texas. The 4 best teams in the Big Three battle it out for a spot in the championship. The action starts with the legendary Big Three Celebrity Game. 3 games of the most physical, competitive, and non-stop 3-on-3 action. The game played the way you love. Watch live Saturday on CBS at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, and catch replays Monday on BET.
Yay, yay!
The big social media companies on the planet just got the news that they've been dreading. The reckoning they built for themselves. And plenty of us, me included, say it's well-deserved. I'm Kim Commando for Splash of AI. Every Thursday, I show regular people how to use AI to solve real problems, save money, and get ahead. It's free at splashofai.com. On Monday, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that roughly 2,400 federal lawsuits against Meta, TikTok, Google, and Snap can move forward. Thousands more are lined up in state court. Who's suing? School districts, states, parents, families whose kids suffered real, lasting harm, some who lost their children, to algorithms engineered to keep them hooked. These social media companies claimed they could not be sued. The court said, oh, yes, you can. The next trial, it starts tomorrow. Their motto was move fast and break things. The bill for the breakage arrived, and it's billions of dollars. Want the stories that big tech hopes that you'll miss? Go right now to sign up for my free newsletter at getkim.com. Everyone's talking about artificial intelligence, but most of what you're hearing is either hype or hype around more hype. I'm Kim Commando, and every Thursday, I will cut right through it just for you. It's my new free newsletter. I called it Splash of AI, and it shows regular people how AI is actually saving time and real money right now. We're talking thousands of dollars, hours back in your week, and real tools that you can start using today, even if you're not a tech person. And of course, there's no jargon, there's no fluff, just the stuff that actually works, explained in plain English the way that only I can do it. And it's totally free. It lands in your inbox every single Thursday. And once you read it, you'll wonder how you managed without it. So sign up right now while you're thinking about it. Go to splashofai.com. Artificial intelligence is not going away. It's only going to get more intrusive in your life. You need to know what's going on, and my free newsletter will help you out. So sign up right now at splashofai.com. That's splashofai.com. Your Thursday mornings are about to get a whole lot smarter.
Join me, Buck Sexton, and our good friend Clay Travis every weekday starting at 11 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
8:30 is just around the corner, as is the heat.
Yep, it's already 83 here in Joplin with the sunshine. It's going to get even hotter. Predicted high for today and tomorrow, 102 for the actual temperature. Could feel as hot as 109, 110, somewhere in that vicinity. Now, tomorrow, it's going to be feeling as high as about 108 to 110. But again, 102 for the predicted high. Now, Friday, the actual temperature, 103. Same for Saturday. Sunday, the actual high, 104. 99 for the predicted high for Monday and Tuesday of next week. But according to KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic, it may be a week from Monday before we finally get a little bit more of a temperature drop, maybe even to the low to mid-90s, maybe a week from Monday. But that's still out in the future. We're going to have to just keep our eyes on and just do our best to stay as cool as possible. Make sure you check up on elderly neighbors and family members. Make sure if you have pets outside, make sure you give them fresh, cool water multiple times during the day. If at all possible, it might be better just to bring them into the house and keep them in the nice air conditioning.
Mm-hmm. You can also go to news.kzrg.com, where we have a couple of articles up regarding the heat. Number one, cooling centers around Southwest Missouri, where you can find them, how you can access them. And number two, pet health. You and I, us humans, we get to take our jackets off come summertime. Pets, dogs, cats, they cannot. They're stuck with their fur coats year-round. So we have some heat safety advice for you regarding your furry friends, our fuzzy buddies, and that can also be found at news.kzrg.com. It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Don't forget, Chris Planet is joining us at 9. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, they're cracking the mic at 11. Sean Hannity at 2, Mark Levin at 5. The Vin Show coming to you live starting at 8. And Joe Pags at 11, Coast to Coast with George Norrie at midnight. on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker. It's News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
At 8:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG.
Grandson of famed mobster goes to prison.
U.S.-Iran negotiations on the way.
POTUS's trans care policy.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Extreme heat warning in effect until the earliest, 8 o'clock on Friday night. It's probably going to get extended even longer than that. Heading for a high of 102 with sunshine. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic following sports. That'll be at 8:38. Sunshine, 81 in Neosho, 81 in Pittsburgh, 83 in Galena, 83 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk, KZRG.
Late mob boss John Gotti's reality TV grandson is reported to prison after trying to stave off his sentence on fraud charges by saying that he was going to donate a kidney to his ailing mother.
Carmine Agnello, beginning his 15-month prison term, was originally scheduled to report to prison in July, but a district judge agreed to delay that until September 18th, saying it would allow enough time to recover from a kidney donation surgery, presuming it happened by August 10th. Agnello's lawyers say his mother, Victoria Gotti, suffers from chronic kidney disease and needed a transplant. But Monday, with no operation in sight, the judge demanded Agnello surrender to federal authorities. Agnello's lawyer argued Gotti was dealing with infections and needed more time to schedule the surgery, but prosecutors objected. Agnello pleaded guilty in 2024 to wire fraud after prosecutors say he fraudulently obtained $1.1 million in COVID-era loans. Gianna Gelosi, Fox News.
The U.S. is trying to apply economic pressure against Iran. Peter Ducey telling News Talk KZRG.
President Trump has come to terms with the fact that the U.S. was getting nowhere with peace talks with the Iranians. So he is banking again on economic pressure to try to cripple the regime. That is why he is using the big guns literally to disable vessels that are trying to break the U.S. naval blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, including last night a vessel that was Panama flagged.
Peter Ducey also telling us about the Trump administration barring Medicaid from covering gender-affirming care for children.
He explains via Truth Social, we are not going to pay for our innocent children to undergo these barbaric surgeries and practices, which result in unthinkable and irreversible harm to their young bodies. Thanks to our strong position and pressure on this issue over the past year and a half, dozens of U.S. hospitals have already ended this so-called gender-affirming care, and we expect many more to follow. Between 2016 and 2020, there were 3,678 gender-affirming surgeries performed on U.S. minors. We don't know what percentage of those were paid for by Medicaid, but moving forward, that number will be zero.
83 with sunshine, 8:33. News Talk, KZRG.
Two men are under arrest in connection with a Newton County stabbing case.
It all started on July 18th of this year when deputies were sent to 19325 Hoddle Springs Road after an adult male suffered serious multiple stab wounds. Fast forward to August 10th. Two men from Wyandotte, Oklahoma are placed under arrest. Kevin Lee Barton and Braden Barton are charged now in Newton County with first-degree assault, first-degree robbery, and armed criminal action in that case. They're being held without bond in the Ottawa County Jail. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Temperatures are hot and getting hotter. That's true for people and pets as well. Michelle Logan of Best Friends Pets in Bentonville told News Talk KZRG.
If you are taking your dog out to enjoy some water, whether that be a lake or a pool, those that are new to the water, we would recommend putting a life vest and, prevent them from drinking pool water.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 83. It's 8:34. News Talk KZRG.
Missouri's congressional map fight is suddenly on the fast track. The Missouri Supreme Court now calling for quick action in a lawsuit that could determine whether voters get to decide the fate of the state's new Republican-backed congressional districts this November. People Not Politicians is a group that had collected more than 305,000 signatures seeking a statewide referendum. But Secretary of State Denny Hoskins rejected the effort, calling it unconstitutional. That very same group then immediately sued afterward.
You may have to take your smart glasses off when you're heading to court.
Smart glasses, including those made by Meta, are also equipped with cameras, and that is a no-go in many courtrooms. New York State in July enacted a prohibition of smart glasses in courts, saying the devices violate state laws about surreptitiously recording people. The city of Philadelphia did it too. In a California court where Mark Zuckerberg himself appeared wearing the glasses, the judge had to make Zuckerberg promise not to record. Federal courts are enacting similar bans, and now courts in both England and Wales have made the same rule, that anyone wearing Meta's smart glasses in court would have them confiscated. Eben Brown, Fox News.
How'd the Cardinals do last night, Joe Morgan?
The St. Louis Cardinals pitching staff delivered a masterpiece last night. Andre Plante threw 6 shutout innings of 4-hit ball, while Everson Pierre provided the offense with a big home run to lift the Redbirds over the Philadelphia Phillies 2-0.
1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch on the way. A swing, and there's a fly ball. That's hit well to center field. Back to the track, the wall. It's a goner!
The Redbirds look to lock up Game 3 of the series today at 1:15. With the heat out there, remember to stay hydrated, Cardinals fans. Meanwhile, out west, we got extra baseball in Los Angeles. Max Muncy came through in the clutch, singling home Ohtani in the bottom of the 10th to lift the Dodgers over the Kansas City Royals 5-4. Those two teams run it back tonight at Dodger Stadium with first pitch set for 9:10 tonight. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. That's a look at sports. I'm Joe Morgan for News Talk KZRG.
Your news, the service of Galena Liberty Pawn. Need to turn your gold and silver into cash? Get top dollar directly from the refiner and buy gold and silver bullion at Galena Liberty Pawn, South Main Street in Galena. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news at 9 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic.
Here's your KZRG forecast. The problem is there's not a bunch of change. Now, sometimes that's a good thing, but in this case, it's not. Extreme heat warning now through Friday evening and might even be extended. Low 100s today, feels about 105 to 110 when you factor in the humidity. A southwest breeze not helping. Lows will be in the low 80s tonight, maybe some record high low temperatures. Thursday, Friday, sunny and hot. Low 100s, heat index close to 110. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic at the KZRG Storm Center.
No rain showing up on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar this morning. 81 in Neosho, now 82 in Pittsburgh, 83 in Carl Junction, 83 in Joplin. News Talk, KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 8:38.
Around here, a lot of contractors talk about showing up on time, doing clean work, and treating people right. At JB Electric, that's not a sales pitch. That's the standard. We believe homeowners in the 4 states should expect more from their electrician. That means clear communication, honest answers, respect for your home, quality work done right the first time. That's why we built the JB Electric Standards of Excellence, because anybody can make a promise. The real question is whether they live up to it when nobody's watching. From electrical repairs and panel upgrades to generators, lighting, and EV chargers, our team is raising the bar for what professional electrical services should look like. We're not here to be like everybody else. We're here to set the standard.
I'm Joshua Bloyd, owner of JB Electric. Our standard of excellence guides every job we do because earning your trust matters. Need it done right the first time and fixed fast? That's a job for JB. Give us a call, 417-647-3100, or get started at gojbelectric.com.
Wow, it's really hot out here.
Why don't you take your coat off? It's over 90 degrees today.
I can't. It's stuck.
Your coat is stuck?
And I think it's giving me a rash or something because I'm itching and stewing over here.
While you can beat the heat with shorts, sandals, and a trip to the pool, your dog is stuck wearing the same fur coat every day. That's why summer grooming at All Dogs Dream is so important. Professional grooming helps remove excess undercoat, allows the skin to breathe more easily, and helps keep your pet comfortable when temperatures start to climb. It's also a great time to catch fleas, ticks, and skin issues early. From relaxing spa packages to individual services like grooming, baths, and blowouts, All Dogs Dream has everything your pet needs to look, feel, and smell their best this summer. Find more information and book your dog's next grooming appointment online at alldogsdream.com. Let your dog stay, play, and learn with us at All Dogs Dream, just north of Neosho on Gateway Drive.
Swiss cheese, colanders, bagels, donuts. A lot of things have holes in them. Your mouth shouldn't be one of them.
Hi, I'm Dr. Grant Kirk.
And I'm Dr. Connor Poston with Joplin Family Dental and our new location, Carthage Family Dental, where we're accepting new patients.
If you have missing teeth and want to smile like you used to, dental implants can help you feel whole again.
Whether you're missing one tooth or several, implants are designed to look, feel, and function like natural teeth.
They make it easier to chew your favorite foods, help protect your oral health, and may last a lifetime with proper care.
But more than anything, they help you smile, laugh, talk, and live with confidence again.
Schedule your consultation today at Joplin Family Dental or at our brand new location, Carthage Family Dental. Learn more at FamilyDentalofCarthage.com.
Where did you get that smile? Carthage Family Dental.
They call it controversy. I call it honesty. Hi, this is Vince Colonnese. Join me tonight at 8 right after Mark Levin on News Talk KZRG.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Looks like we're going to have to stay in the air conditioning a little while longer. In fact, quite a bit longer. It's going to be extremely hot all the way through the weekend. The extreme heat warning right now going through 8 o'clock on Friday night. More than likely, it's going to be extended. The reason why, the high today was sunshine and hot, and tomorrow, 102 each day, with the heat index topping out around 110, roughly. Friday, the actual temperature is going to go up 1 to 103. Same for Saturday. Then Sunday, the highest temperature for the week is going to be 104 for the actual high. A little bit cooler, 99 for the high on Monday and Tuesday next week. That's all according to KZRG meteorologist Ray Stajic. And boy, just do your best to stay as cool as you can.
But don't try too hard, because if you try too hard, then your heat is going to raise. Like when you walk too fast or run too hard, you start getting warm. You start busting a sweat. If you try too hard, you're going to get warm. It's going to be counterproductive, Steve.
Oh, I know. You just got to work at it.
But not too hard.
But not too hard, and do it slowly.
Yeah, and with cool water and air conditioning if possible. Unless, of course, you live in France, in which case you don't have access to air conditioning, and when it gets a little hot, you blame America.
Oh, it's our fault.
That was the story we had last week, and that was literally a word-for-word synopsis. It got hot in France, and they blamed the United States for causing global warming to make it hot there.
I thought it was this big flaming orb up in the sky that was causing the heat.
No, you're talking about the sun?
Yeah.
That's fake.
Oh, okay.
The sun is not real, Steve. The moon is made out of Swiss cheese, blue cheese, and Saturn's rings are made of Skittles.
So that's why it has kind of this bluish hue to it. Okay.
Well, things that are not fake and actual, legitimate, real news here. The Department of Justice under the Trump administration announced that it plans to file lawsuits against New York, the state of New York, Connecticut, and Vermont.
Why?
Over laws that it claims provide in-state tuition and other financial incentives to illegal migrants.
Oh, say it isn't so.
Oh, it be so, boo-boo. Now, I'm going to read for you a statement from the Justice Department. They wrote, quote, "These laws unconstitutionally discriminate against U.S. citizens who are not afforded the same reduced tuition rates or scholarships, create incentives for illegal immigration, and reward illegal aliens with benefits that U.S. citizens are not eligible for, all in direct conflict with federal law," end quote. Hence the lawsuit.
Wow.
The Fed man seems to think it's illegal. Now,
well, they're illegal aliens, so that's kind of illegal in itself.
Right. According to the legal complaint, the Department of Justice is seeking to enjoin enforcement of laws that provide financial assistance to illegal immigrants or provide tuition rates to any immigrants, quote, who maintain in-state residency regardless of whether they are lawfully present, end quote. And that's really the crux of this here is, okay, if they technically live in the state, do they get the in-state tuition even though they're not supposed to be here legally? Or, in fact, if they even are here illegally. And by the way, if you don't know, in-state tuition, a lot of the times with state schools, they'll have a tuition price for, like in Missouri, if somebody from Kansas that lives in Kansas crosses the state line to go to school here, they'll have one rate versus Missourians that live here, were born here, they get a discounted rate because it's their home state. So they get access to the best resources of their home state for the lowest price. That's kind of the idea, and a lot of states do that.
Right. Plus, if you live in Missouri, you're paying Missouri personal property taxes and real estate taxes. Which
I'm talking
helps
schools. I'm talking tuition.
I know, but it helps to fund the schools.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see what you mean. So the idea is that you've been given into the system this whole time.
Correct.
Right. Yeah. That's a great point. Yeah. Now, the Assistant Attorney General, in relation to this lawsuit, KZRG News Time 845, he wrote, quote, "This is a simple matter of federal law. Colleges cannot provide benefits to illegal aliens that they do not provide to U.S. citizens. The Department of Justice will not tolerate American students being treated like second-class citizens in their own country," end quote. Now, of course, these states that are being sued, not a big fan.
Really? You think?
Surprisingly enough, they were not all in on this. Connecticut Attorney General William Tong, great name, by the way, pushed back on this lawsuit, and he wrote, quote, "Note to Trump, stay out of Connecticut. How we run our schools and teach our kids is none of your business, and you have no authority to force the sovereign state of Connecticut to deny our kids a future. I fought for this bill as a legislator when it passed in 2011, and I'll fight to defend Connecticut families now from this cruel attack. Connecticut offers in-state tuition and financial aid to all eligible Connecticut students because all kids deserve an opportunity to learn, to advance, and to achieve their dreams. Donald Trump doesn't run UConn or any other of our state colleges, and we're not about to let him start," end quote.
So let me get this straight. According to his response, they actually do offer in-state tuition to residents of the state that are not illegal aliens. But that's what the lawsuit's about, because the lawsuit's claiming that the illegal aliens are the only ones getting the
No,
benefit.
the lawsuit is about illegal aliens also getting access to reduced tuition fees that other Americans that are not from New York or Connecticut don't get access to.
Oh, it's not the ones that are in state.
Not the ones. So if
I misunderstood.
Yeah, if a Missourian wants to go to school in Connecticut, they have to pay a higher price for tuition. Under this law in Connecticut, they have to pay a higher price for tuition than an illegal migrant that lives in Connecticut who gets to pay in-state cost.
Who's not originally from that state.
Yeah, and also in addition,
or that country
is also here illegally. Right. So that's where sort of the fight is. And of course, this is a fight that brings up the age-old fight that this always brings up, and that is states versus the feds. The states say that, hey, we're a sovereign state. We should be able to run our system how we want. Then the feds come down and they say, nope, we're top dog. We're going to flex our muscles on you. Sorry, Charlie. Back of the line for you.
There you go with that word flex.
Well, listen, words that appear in my mind are much like what appears in my mirror. When I look myself in the mirror, that's all I see. Some hunk flexing right back at me. I don't know what to tell you, Steve. I'm reporting the news here. But in any case, the point is that this is always how it happens, is the states create a law, the feds get angry at it. I would love some little consistency here. And let me explain my point here. This is where I get a little frustrated about the states' rights thing. I'm a big states' rights guy. I prefer states' government. I think the states should be able to run themselves the way they want. I think the federal government should take a back seat to all this. And that was a conservative and Republican idea for a very long time. But every time a blue state takes advantage of that same ideology and the Republicans are in charge of the Fed, well, suddenly out the window goes this idea of small federal government, big state government. Unfortunately, big state government, small federal government is a double-edged sword. It allows red states to manage and govern the way they want, and it also allows blue states to do the same thing. So if we're going to do big state government, small federal government, this is what it looks like. Blue states are going to use their state money to fund education for illegal migrants at a lesser rate, or at a more affordable rate than they would American citizens from out of state. That's small federal government. That's the way the state decided to run itself. And if you don't like it, don't live in Connecticut. That's why I live in Missouri. And that's my only thing is, listen, I don't like it. I think this lawsuit probably has some ground, but just from the standpoint of like Republican consistency and conservative consistency, if we want to be the party in the group of small federal government, big state government, this is what it looks like. And Connecticut is wielding it in a different way than I imagine Missouri would, or in a different way than I imagine Tennessee would, or whatever.
I would agree with you on that part.
Let's just be consistent about it. We want state government to be the top dog in the formula. I know I do. I thought that was a Republican and conservative thing. Here it is. Here's Connecticut doing it. I don't like the way they're doing it. I don't live in Connecticut. That's their problem. What are your thoughts, though? Where am I wrong? Text us at 417-782-1310 or leave us an open mic message on the KZRG app. KZRG News Time 8:50.
And now, KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
When extreme temperatures hit, it's not just humans who mind. Our fuzzy buddies have a hard time as well. Some of the biggest pet-related hazards in this heat are their feet burning, not having access to cool water, and leaving a furry friend in a parked car. Go to the KZRG website for life-saving pet care advice.
Number 2.
Missouri Governor Mike Keogh went on an international trade mission to Panama to discuss workforce opportunities for Missourians in agriculture. Details are on the trip or inside the KZRG app.
Number 1.
President Trump allegedly took a fake-out flight out of Turkey earlier this year amid threats from Iran. He allegedly got on Air Force One, which was smuggled out via a catering truck, then flew home in a military jet. When asked about it, the president said, "When it comes to my security, I just do what the Secret Service tells me to do."
Now, the KZRG question of the day.
What does it mean to you to be a hero? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page, News Talk KZRG on Facebook, or text us at 417-782-1310. You can also leave us an open mic message on the KZRG app. Coming up, Chris Plant. The Chris Plant Show, anyway, will be joining us in less than 10 minutes at around 9. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton cracking the mic at 11. And then, of course, there's Sean Hannity at 2. Mark Levin at 5. The Vince Show coming to you live every single weeknight starting at 8. Joe Pags at 11 and Coast to Coast with George Norrie starting at midnight. On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
Here's your KZRG forecast. The problem is there's not a bunch of change. Now, sometimes that's a good thing, but in this case, it's...
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. We will talk to you later.
Tomorrow.